Uh-oh. I've been talking to myself, cuties, for like 2 minutes. I forgot I hit mute. Thank you guys for joining me. If you can hear me, please put a 1 in the chat for me. Please hit the like button on your way in. I was over at Aunt Anne's. Okay, I'm still looking for a 1 before I go run and give me some water. Okay, cool. All right, guys, let me grab some water. Give me 30 seconds. Okay, I am back. Let me go up and say some hellos. Thank you guys again for joining me. I see a lot of my cutie crew in the house. It's a lot going on these YouTube streets. My goodness. All right. Judy, hello. Maritha, hello. Miss Shar, somebody's mama. Hey, cutie crew member. Miss Shar is a cutie crew member as well. Don't forget, guys, tomorrow is our members only meeting. And I can't wait. I look forward to every Thursday night. Hey, Jay. Hello, C. Rich. Hey, Jamar. Hey, Kim, cutie crew member. Yes, is Nico, cutie crew member. Courtney Clark, cutie crew member. To the cutie crew, I'm going to have a trivia game. I think I'm going to do it after every episode. So I'm going to come up with a question regarding the episodes. Even if you're not working, even if you're not watching, if you're blacking it out, you should be able to get the gist of the episode from the recaps. And I'll post a trivia question this coming Saturday. Let me make a note. And we will do a $25 winner for the Love and Marriage Huntsville trivia game. Makitha, cutie crew member. Val Allen, good evening. Ladell, Cheryl D, Monica Taylor, Sophia, Trayvon, good evening. Let me see what you're talking about, somebody's mama. Oh. Vanessa, good evening. Sweet life, good evening. Sharonda, good evening. Hey, Carolyn, good evening. Yes, it's Nico. I'm snooping on you all's conversation, being nosy. Angela Jean, good evening. Happy Wednesday. Hello, Stacy. Sasha Welsh, Maureen, Miss Wynn, Nikki Nicole in the house. Thanks for joining me. Donna James, Cheryl, Glam Rocks, Mary, thanks for joining me. Who said that? I say that like Wanda and Tisha. Who said that? Hey, cutie crew member, who said that? Anna, good evening, or Anna. PN2, good evening. And this is when I didn't have sound. Talking to myself back here. All right. Jones Lynn, good evening. Leslie Barbara. Pink Diva in the house, cutie crew member. Hey, Pink Diva. Hey, Tawana. Uh-oh, Tawana. Ooh, that avatar looks creepy. He looked like Stevie J. Hey, Tawana. Hey, Sylvia P. All of my Cutie Crew members are in the house. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I apologize for being late, guys. I was over at Aunt Anne's. And yeah, it's a mess. Good evening, Karen. Cutie Crew member Janice, Effie, Doreen. If I missed anyone, my apologies. Lisa Foster, Deborah, Gigi, Baby Girl, Paula Williams, Cutie Crew member, Kanisha. If you came in late, guys, I'm going to be doing a Cutie Crew member trivia game every Saturday. It will be based off of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I'm going to say either the show or online activities. But yeah, so look out for that. Hey, April, Melita, hello. Tamara, good evening. Gail Owens, thank you. PN2. Hey, CC Star. Cutie Crew member, Stacy Belton. Good evening, everyone. Okay, you just left. Yes, a lot going on. I love me some Aunt Ann. I hate to see her upset like that. And I'm just going to touch on it briefly because I told you guys, I've been on YouTube a long time as a subscriber. Hey, Sonia. I hope I got everybody. Live, love, laugh. Sonia Ray, Cherie W. Hello, Andrea Jones, Special K. Wakanda Dreams, Louisiana Chick. Hello. Lady Leo, Jodeci. Hey, Jodeci. Good evening to everyone. Hey, Pretty Brown Eyes. All right, guys. So we are down to the bottom. If I missed anyone again, my apologies. Hey, Jacqueline, Pacino, Sherry, Stacy, Sheshell. Hello. Danielle Green, Z. Yeah. Who said that? I'm not gonna name names, and I'm gonna stop the music. I just want to touch on it briefly. Like I said, just being a subscriber on YouTube, I've seen some mess. Okay. And I made it a point to try to make sure that I'm not going to go back and forth, you know what I'm saying, with any YouTubers. You guys know I can let loose, and I try to keep it show related, hot topics related, or whatever the case may be. But as far as, and let me grab my remote to my ceiling fan, guys. Give me 1 second. It's right here. It's a little warm in my office. 1 second, guys. Let me make sure I hit air and not heat on my thermostat. All right. Okay, sorry about that. It is 100 degrees already where I live, so it's hot. But as I was saying, in being a subscriber and a watcher and, just channel surfing, and why I was watching the mess, I don't know. My husband always say, why are you looking at that? But I've seen a whole lot, guys, when it comes to YouTube. I hate that all of the YouTubers that's been affected by this one person that I know of, I hate that. You know what I mean? Because everyone has the opportunity to be successful on YouTube. We all start with one subscriber, one, and you got to hustle. You know what I mean? And you have to do your content and go on about your business. Naturally, you want to make friends. And when I tell you that I've had some wonderful conversations with a couple of the ladies through DMs and all of that, Aunt Ann, Wente Talk, Brown Skin Girl, you know, that's how it should be. It should be people that support each other, and that's it. So when it comes to I'm trying to pick my words carefully because, like I said, I'm not going to go back and forth regardless. But when it comes to what I've been able to gather about this one person, it seems like there's some issues going on. Now, I didn't have any bad interactions with them, but I did have them to jump in my DM on Instagram a couple weeks ago when the lady that clicked my link that stated that she was in Mel's class. I had this person to basically feel the need to DM me about that. And like I said, when we speak on YouTube, everything is alleged. Everything is my own opinion. If somebody click my link, I always make sure to put up another banner that says this: all views shared by hosts and panel members are personal opinions, and everything is alleged. So I didn't really take what she said wrong, but it was odd to me, because it was a little name dropping. Yeah, I'm in contact with Mel and with her brother and with her mother. So that was odd to me. And I felt like she was basically challenging me, saying, hey, what they said wasn't the truth, and it is what it is. Other than that, you know, I try to stay out the mess, guys. Like I said, Pretty Brown Eyes, you put it's a mess and someone is stirring up division between you all. I can agree with that. And, I'm not taking anything personal because, like I said, even after she reached out to me in my DM, I didn't remove her or anything like that. I just had to let her know I get it. But what I put in my video is what this person said on my live last night. And it's sad. Honestly, it's sad. I'm not going to speak too much on it, Sonya Ray, but you can definitely catch Aunt Ann's video. I hope Aunt Ann has calmed down. I hate to see her upset. I just hate that. But as far as that conversation, guys, I'm just going to leave it at that. My hope is everybody continues to make this money. It's a wonderful thing that you can just click record, talk, have people to resonate with your content and all of that, and make an additional sort of an additional income. No matter how small it is, if it's $1, it's more than what you had before you did it. So I would just hope that everybody would just get to the content. I hate that Brown Skin Girls channel was struck. We work hard, and that's a scary, scary feeling. I will never, ever, I don't even know how, honestly. I mean, I'm sure there's videos where I can learn, but I don't even know how to strike somebody's channel. Now, I do know that you can, if somebody use your content or something like that, you can put a copyright strike. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not into it that deep. I've seen my own thumbnails with Chit Chat with QT, either the logo or my writing on other folks' page, and I could care less. It's not that deep. You know what I mean? Now, if somebody take a video of mine and they just upload it to their channel, then that would be different, but it's just not that deep. And I'm just glad that, Aunt Ann got it off of her chest. I hope the other ladies are doing well as well. And I wish the other party well. Again, there should not be any jealousy. Like I said, everybody starts at 1 subscriber. And, some of us have gotten a few subscribers fairly quickly. And you can also lose subscribers fairly quickly. My thing was this. All I wanted was 1,000. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I wanted 1,000 subscribers and I wanted to be monetized, because anything over that, it really doesn't matter. It's people out here with 100,000 subscribers. And if you go to some of their pages, they may get the same views as you. So I just don't get caught up in all of that. But as with life, you know, shit happens. So yeah, prayers to everybody involved. It shouldn't be that deep. This was one of the main reasons why I had to just remove moderators not too long ago, because we really couldn't verify who was who, and it's still no big deal with that. I'm normally able to take a look at my chat and remove stuff. Matter of fact, let me get my other device real quick. Yeah, so I'm really able to keep up. If I see something, I delete it, remove it, or give a quick little warning. Hey guys, don't put this in there or whatever. But it is what it is. So yeah, that's it on that, guys. That is so true. That is so true, Angela Jean. We all watch the same show. We all are on the internet. We all are on Instagram. We all are on Facebook. Especially if you're a YouTube creator, you should be on everything: Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Watch the show, follow the cast, or whatever, because you're trying to create content. So, like you say, everyone uses the same information, but you have to use it in your own way. So again, you can't just take somebody's content or whatever the case may be. So I think that that's why, I don't know, I didn't have many conversations. Like I said, she reached out to me and it really wasn't a big deal, but I did kind of give it a side eye because, like I said, I've said this to you guys. I do not reach out to Mel. I do not reach out to Miss Van. I do not reach out to Marcus. I do not reach out to anyone. I may comment on, let's say, Mel's story. Ooh, that's hot. Or Miss Van, congratulations on things that she posts in her stories. But as far as me contacting them with, let's say, anything that's going on YouTube, I've never done it. I just feel like they got a lot that they're dealing with. And nothing against anyone that has a relationship with them. I do think that that's great as well. But yeah, so that's it on that, guys. I don't want to stay too much on that. We have 452 people watching. Thank you guys so much. Let me see how many likes. Let me turn this down. Give me 1 second. Okay, we only have 245 likes, guys. So if you guys could please hit the like button, whether you are in the bushes or not, that would be great. That's me, Tawana. That's me. And I don't want that because I know, um, yeah, yeah, that's me. Believe me. And I'm the type that's, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, I'm just glad that everyone was able to get their information out. And again, it's just my hope and prayer that everyone can get along, everyone can create content. I must admit I did unsubscribe because of the receipts that I was able to view. And nothing against her at all. Wish her well. But, life is too short for all of that. Let me see, Simone. You put, I'm not sure what's going on, but a little over a month ago, I was restricted from commenting on your channel and 3 other content creators' pages. I thought it was a rogue moderator or something. Yeah. It was somebody going around, I believe. How do I want to put this? Somebody that was moderating, and this is all alleged. I don't know. I did get the same message basically from a couple people that they were blocked from my channel, and I didn't block them. So that was one of the main reasons why I removed. I had a couple different moderators, and I'm not even saying that they did it, but just to make sure that I have control over blocking people or not. That's why I came to that conclusion. Now I do know there was something else that was going on at one point with YouTube, but I don't think YouTube had anything to do with blocking people. Yep, pretty brown eyes. Tang called in on Aunt Ann's panel. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back over there. I saw Aunt Ann. I was over there for a good hour, but I knew that I had you guys waiting and had this live schedule, so I wanted to make sure I went ahead and did it today because I got my Cutie Crew live tomorrow, so we definitely gonna discuss. But guys, what I wanted to really talk about is the Huntsville happenings. It's a whole lot going on in Huntsville. You guys know I also try to stay away from any of, sometimes I discuss it, sometimes I don't. I really don't want too much about it in the chat, but what they have going on outside of the show, I try not to. Some things you can't help. Martell and coleslaw and all of that, charade and all of that, that's different. But there were a lot of people in court this week. And this isn't alleged. So I'm going to say shout out to Black Titanic. If you guys did not see Black Titanic's video, make sure to go and watch it. Black Titanic should be on Nightline News or something. I mean, when I tell you she did her research, she got the tea, and it wasn't just Mr. Marceau that was in court. I mean, it's like, did they say, let me just get everybody that's a part of this cast in this courtroom, in this courthouse today? Because allegedly, Destiny was in court, Stormy was in court, Marceau was in court, and I think I'm missing somebody. Somebody else was in court, I believe, on yesterday. Oh, no. Are they, Maritha? Oh my goodness. Guys, let me pause for 1 second because I'm not going to play Aunt Ann. Let me mute 1 second. I'm not going to play her live. Let me see something. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah, Stormy Courtney. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to go back and catch that later after this chat. Yeah, I just peeped in for a quick second. It looks like people are being called out. So I don't know what's really going on. I do know at one time that it was said that maybe Tang was somebody else. I cannot confirm or deny that. So maybe that's what that's about. Yeah, Maritha, I can't do it. Oh, God, I think this is my husband coming in. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh, no. I'm sorry, guys. My little fur baby alarm's going off. Give me 1 second until they calm down when he walk in this door. 1 minute. I'm sorry, guys. He came bearing gifts, so I had to say thank you. Okay. Yes, we hear about what's going on Aunt Ann. Anybody want to go over there? I totally get it. I'm going to watch after I get off alive with you guys. So like I said, I'm gonna drop the link. I wanted to talk about what's going on with Stormy, what's going on with Mama Hope, Martell, Betty, the whole nine. So I'm gonna drop the link. I am all discombobulated. I will admit that, guys, just because of what's been going on in these YouTube streets. Yes, Black Titanic was on the scene, baby. I think I may have fallen asleep watching. I'm sorry. Hold on. I did put the link in the chat, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me tell him to take them outside. Let's go. 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 Okay. Yeah, Black Titanic was on the scene. And I think I fell asleep last night watching Black Titanic. And baby, when I saw Black Titanic with the neighbors and everybody, but hey, that's what it's about. I can guarantee you guys this. If I was local, yes, she does. If I were local, I would be doing on the scene reporting. What happened, Pink Diva? Come back up. Somebody's mama? Can you hear me? Somebody's mama?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, all right, all right. Okay, there goes Pink Diva. Thank you for joining me, somebody's mama.
I'm here.
All right, you got a little feedback going on behind you. I'm not sure if it's a TV or
Um, I'm gonna let me turn my TV off.
something. Okay. Hey, Pink Diva.
Hey sis, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I am good. I'm good.
Yeah, what you think about? Well, we gonna let this other stuff die down over here. But I'm sure that you're aware of what's going on YouTube. So, like I
I
said,
have not. I have been disconnected today. I've actually had to work today. So I
oh,
have been really disconnected and I haven't seen. I just saw that Ann was going live, but I didn't get a chance to jump in and see what was going on.
okay. Well, make sure you catch it after. That will give you all the information that you need. It's a little YouTube stuff going on, and I just want Aunt Ann to calm down. I want her,
And it's just so sad. I'm a huge advocate for women and sisterhood,
hmm
and especially when it's about us coming together.
yes,
Even if we're on the same platforms within the same line of business, for
hmm
whatever reason, I just don't understand why we don't understand that it's room for us all to eat.
it is.
And even though we're doing the same thing, we both or all of us bring a different dynamic to the platform.
hmm
So just because you're doing something or I'm doing the same thing, we should be freely open to share best practices with each other, because you give what you give, I give what I give, and whomever is going to be for me is going to be for me,
That's right.
because we
Exactly.
all bring our own audience
That's
and we all have something different to offer.
hmm
And that does not mean because you're doing it, I shouldn't do it too. That's just like if we go down the bread aisle in the grocery store. How many brands of bread do you see sitting right next to each other? And when a consumer walk in the store, they choose whatever brand they prefer to choose. So that does not
Exactly.
mean I have to hate on the one sitting next to me,
Yeah,
because whoever wants me will have me.
yeah, yeah. I totally agree, Pink Diva. And like I said, and I'm sorry, Renata, thanks for joining me.
You
Marita,
welcome.
thanks for joining me. Tawana, thanks for joining me. And somebody's mama is back. Pink Diva, I totally agree. Like I said, we all start, especially just in relation to YouTube. We start at one subscriber. You know what I'm saying? And you have to make it, you got to make it do what it do. And that could come slow. That could come, I would never forget when I woke up and had 26 subscribers and I was so excited. You know what I'm saying? As,
Mhm.
as with anything, I think as anything, jealousy plays a part and rears its ugly head. And, I just hope, like I've said, there are different sectors on YouTube and what is going on. If it's not, that's
You
some
know
stuff.
what's really sad? It puts me in the mind of I had a friend who I was really close to,
One second,
but
somebody.
she
1 second.
okay.
What you got going on, sis? It's a lot of static.
Who?
Marita?
Oh, Marita?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
A lot of
Yeah, this is me. I was trying to get stuff together here.
okay, it was a little feedback.
Oh,
Marita,
okay.
Have an auntie Marita.
I'm trying, child. I was just so this stuff what's going on in these streets kind of got me nervous because this not what I expect or want, but stuff happens,
it
and and I can't say get over it because I know how I would feel if whatever I don't know exactly what happened. I'm not trying to go that deep in it,
Mhm.
but I know feelings are hurt, and there's accusations being thrown around and stuff like that, and my anxiety comes, start creeping in, and I just have to back away from everything because I enjoy everybody channels, and the channels that I don't enjoy, I just don't subscribe to them, and I just put them like to sleep for 30 days. If they pop back up, I'm putting them back to sleep for 30 more days. So
Mhm.
it's like that for me because for me, it is what God has for you is for
Amen.
you. And
That's
I cannot take it. Nobody can take it because that's what God have for you. I'm
yeah.
not going to talk down about you to
Mhm.
try to make myself look big. I'd rather be quiet and let my work speak for itself.
Yeah, that's
May I
fine.
may
So
I ask you, ladies, what's
One
may I?
second, 1 second, Renata and Marita. I'm sorry, Marita. I totally agree with you. But I cut off somebody's mama
Oh,
before Marita, so I do
okay.
want to give her the opportunity to go ahead and speak. While you guys are here, everyone in the chat in the bushes, please hit like, and then Renata after somebody's mama. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, somebody's mama.
Yeah, it just puts me in the mind of it's like it seems like there's some mental stuff going on there, and that's kind of disturbing me. Like I was listening to the situation and listening to how the person was interacting with everyone, and it puts me in. It's like an episode of Catfish. Like she really seems to be. It's weird, and
Oh,
I'm kind of concerned. Like you hear people doing stuff like that, and you look around like, oh my goodness,
mhm.
this person needs help,
Yeah.
and it hurts the people who have been helping them because we are pretty laid back. So, and for the most part, everyone kind of gets along and visits each other's channels and seems to have a good time. And it's scary to think that someone that you have gotten to know and you interact with on a day to day basis, and then you realize that they have an ulterior motive.
Well, you know what, somebody's mama, and even with that, and I totally understand what you're saying, but like Maritha said, if you personally get an inkling of this may not be for me, people should just move on. Like for me, I'm not gonna go tit for tat. I'm not gonna do any of that. I'm just gonna move on. You know what I'm saying? But I think in this case, and I do want to try to get away from it, but I think in this case, it happened to too many people, and they were able to connect the dots, and so it is what it is. I'm trying to stay far away from it because, like Tawana said, I go from 0 to 100 so quick that it scares me, and I just don't want that. And like I was gonna say before you started talking earlier, somebody's mama, there is, and I said it 1,000 times. I said one more for the people that's just coming in, for the content creators, whatever. There is some disgusting shit on YouTube. I'm talking about people that have gotten people fired from their jobs and houses swatted and this is how low it can go. So if you're
Oh
able,
my word.
it's scary. I mean, look, and thank goodness, I don't even know how I landed in that area. It's a lot of different areas on YouTube like that though. And you sometimes you just watching like a train wreck, you know what I mean? And then when you start getting the stories, then you want to log back in tomorrow to see what they got to say and how they gonna come back. What was it? It's a mess. I've never had a channel or anything like that. I had a channel one time. I was gonna try to be a mukbanger or whatever. 200 and something subscribers. That was it. Closed the channel down. But you gotta be careful on social media, period. And it's sad that it's happening. And I just hope that after tonight that everybody involved can get some peace and then just go back to, like somebody just said, this is not making YouTube fun. I want everybody to have fun. But I'm sorry. Go ahead, Renata.
And I know y'all went through a whole. I know y'all went through a whole dissertation, and I came on a little late, so I wasn't even listening prior to me come on. So I'm a little confused and slow on what can Auntie Maritha give me just a quick rundown. I know Chit Chat, you don't like to really keep talking about that, but just because I don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, quick rundown without names, Maritha, if you want to.
What? What happened?
Because I just came on Auntie Maritha, and I really don't know what y'all talking about. So could you give me a quick rundown?
And I'm going to be honest with you, sis. I have no idea. Somebody said something and did something. Girl, I don't know.
Okay.
Aunt Ann them was explaining it and stuff like that, and I really don't get into stuff like that because just like QT just said, see, my attitude is 0 to none, and if I can't get with you right away, I'm not. I see because I'm not a keyboard warrior.
Gangster.
I'm not one of those type of persons. So, and my patience is not really long, and I don't tongue wrestle with anybody. So
Right.
I just can't get into that kind of stuff. So I just listened, and then it got to the point that I didn't want to listen anymore, and I just left. But it's for me, it's just hurtful that
Yeah.
it has to be this way.
And I think I read something. Okay, if you're talking about what I think you're talking about, I remember going on Aunt Ann's channel, and but it wasn't her channel. She just had, you put your post up, and she had a message on the bottom of her post circled, and it was from another content creator who I would listen to. I hadn't fully subscribed to her yet, but I listened to her, And can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm sorry. I'm trying to see who dropped down. Somebody just dropped down.
Somebody dropped. I don't know. Was it the pink? Okay.
No, Pink Diva's still here.
She's still here? Okay. And I know, and from what I gathered from that post, and what she said was, I think she was feeling like the lady was turning on Mel. So I think she felt like she was using all of this, like using Mel and saying she liked Mel. Then she just turned on her. That's what I took from it, but it could be wrong.
Yeah,
that's what I took from it.
Right, let me stop you. It's not even really about Mel. But
okay. Thank you. That's okay.
Yeah, it was some male stuff in there, but
right.
Not what happened. But
okay.
To get the gist of everything, Renata.
Yes, ma'am.
Go to Aunt Ann's live once we get done.
Okay.
Go from start to finish.
Okay.
And you find out everything
that I need to know. Okay.
Going on.
Okay.
It's not like this fallout is because of Mel. I just wanted to clear up that part.
Okay.
But yeah. So yeah, let's just pray to everyone that that they get it together. Maritha, I love what you said on Aunt Ann when you were talking about how oh my goodness, what did you say as far as God using you or something else? But I was there for that. That was before my live. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. Even if it's someone that, let's say, does have some type of challenges that they're dealing with, prayers go out to that person.
Amen. Amen.
But Glam Rocks, thank you so much for joining us. Now, guys, where do we want to start? Because I've been meaning to try to get into this Mama Holt and Martell mess.
Can we start with the Stormy and Mel's cousin? Because I wanted you. I messaged you last night to do a video about Mel's cousin Jamila ousting Stormy. You got a problem with the DMs, but that's how you met Mel, in the DMs.
You know what? On Insta, was it from your son's account?
No, no, no. I did it on one of your videos because you was doing the video about Betty being wrong. You said, "Girl,
Okay.
you be getting petty, Betty." You said, "Betty, now let's bring you to the front of the church." Betty,
Child. You know, this is what I don't understand. And again, it's nothing personal for me, but it's a
I
lot
know.
of it's a lot of fraud going on, if you ask me.
It is.
Yeah, if you were talking to her in the beginning, we all know what it is. We know it's a made up storyline. We know.
But can I
It's
say this, Chit Chat? You mean to tell me this one? You trying to? Betty is trying to say that before the show even started, because this is what the story she put now. Before the show started, that production showed Mel a tape, and she called her ghetto. So you mean from this time into the time you got with Mel, you never once mentioned this to Mel, not one time. You welcomed her in your house. You know, whatever you did, and you never thought to say, "Can I ask you a question? This was told to me. Is this
right,
true?"
right. I
That's
agree.
because it's a lie.
I know. Thank you.
None of that.
Because let me tell you, if that was my daughter, and my daughter has certain friends, when she comes down to Georgia from Miami, she rides down
Yes.
with some of her friends. And if
Right.
I felt that one of her friends were not being loyal or truthful or family members, I would tell my daughter, like, look, you need to watch out for her and don't be her friend. So why would she even tell Carlos about her if she's called her ghetto? Why would she want a ghetto person on her show?
Thank
So
you.
Betty's lying.
Exactly.
And you got a
Exactly.
beautiful. Let me just say this: you got a
Hold
beautiful
on,
voice.
Renata. Hold
Thank
on.
you.
LaDon. LaDon. Let me welcome LaDon. LaDon, are you backstage?
Hi everybody. How are
Hi,
you?
LeBron.
Hi.
All right. So yeah, guys, let's take it from top row down. Everybody's opinion on. We can
Okay.
do both if you like.
Oh,
Betty, Stormy, Martell, and Marlene. For Marlene, say Mel to stop talking about those her
Ooh.
son to those kids. I mean, that's bitter to me because they were okay in Destin. Marlene was just as happy, and now she right back talking about Mel in that manner. So I just don't get it. Pink Diva, let's start with you. After Pink Diva, we'll get over to Maritha.
all right.
Girl, I don't even know where to start. But what I will say in regards to the whole Marlene situation, I honestly believe that Martell coaxed her into what to say when they're filming. I truly don't believe she really feels the way she say she feels on camera for Mel. I really think these are things that Martell are coaxing her to say because if you notice, Martell is the type of guy that he needs everybody to be on his side.
It's
He
set
wants everybody in his circle to be yes men and yes women. Don't go against what I say or don't say anything that will make me look bad. So
up.
I feel like he really has to sit down with his mom before filming and say, okay, I'm going to ask you these questions and this is what I want you to say. So
Mm,
don't go against me. Don't say what I did was wrong because I'm sure he told her everybody is already against me. I
mm,
at least need you to put on a unified front with me to make me feel like you're on my side. So they have this sick relationship that I feel like she'll go against anybody, even if they're right, when it's against her son, just to make him look good. Because I honestly believe that she has to know that this idiot screwed up his family and that he's doing all of this stuff. And I don't even know if maybe she's not even aware of all of the stuff he's actually doing. I
mm.
honestly don't believe she knows everything that he's actually done to Mel. But I do know he's not going to just walk in the house and tell her, okay, this is what I did and said to Mel today.
Yeah.
Everything that he shares with her is going to be something negative. And I believe if she feels a way about Mel, it's because of what Martell is feeding her,
Right.
not what she's witnessed herself, but
Right.
because of what he's saying Mel did or Mel said. So, of course, if I'm only getting one side of the story, I'm going to side with the person that I'm getting the information from.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what?
So,
That's an excellent point too, because when it comes to in-laws and all of that, how often are they at your house where they would really know all the details? So
Exactly.
naturally, Mel would. I'm not sure who that is. If you're not speaking, please mute your mic for me. Naturally, Mel would feel some type of way running to his mama, telling him everything. She know he's a mama's boy, so you know what I mean. But yeah,
Mhm.
I can definitely see that. She tried at one time. I'm sure you guys remember when she tried to tell him he messed up or whatever, and to me, she immediately regretted saying that to her son. So I get her wanting to stand by her son, but right is right and wrong is wrong. And instead of her talking about a court case and all of that, she should have told him you should have never taken her to court from the beginning.
Hmm.
That's
Well,
it.
that's why I believe that Marlene is a little slow.
Yeah.
She don't know the right questions to ask or the right things to say. I really think she's a little slow, and she's slow at comprehending things because, not once did she say when he was like, well, she wants full custody. And I'm like, well, Marlene, where have you been when this idiot has been talking about taking her to court for full custody? Were you not aware of that? Because how is it that you act so surprised at the fact that Mel wanted full custody when this whole custody battle started because of your son? So I really don't think she's in the loop as much as we would like to think that she is, because Marlene is who she is, and I think she's so disconnected from the world that she really don't know what's going on. All she know is, I'm gonna walk in this room, a bunch of cameramen are gonna be here, and this is what Martell told me to say. Because you can tell by the way he looks at her, or the
Yeah.
way he kind of cringes a little bit when she's speaking, because he's trying to hope that she does not say the wrong thing.
Right. Right. I
So
totally
who
agree.
knows?
And before you go, I agree, Pink Diva. Before you go, Maritha, to everyone in the chat, I just want to read Pretty Brown Eyes. Again, if you want the tea about what's going on the YouTube streets, please go to Aunt Anne's channel. As far as in the chat, please do not mention any or drop any names of any content creators, please, guys. All right. Okay, Maritha, what's your thoughts on Betty? I love the way I say Betty. Betty, Stormy, Marlene, and Martell.
Okay, I'm gonna agree somewhat with the pretty and pink, pink diva. If I'm not saying you're right, forgive me.
No, that's
Um,
fine.
with Merlene and Martell. Martell tell his mom what he wants her to know. He don't tell her the full story,
Mhm.
because if he told her the full story, she wouldn't be surprised. What? That she wants full custody of those kids.
Mm.
Merlene know that there is something wrong with her son because there's something wrong with her.
Mm.
And I believe when Martell was growing up, something happened in his childhood that his mom was never available for him mentally or physically, because Mel kind of touched on it when they was on vacation in Destin. And she was saying how if Martell came to her crying, she would just tell him to suck it up and shut up or something like that. So mentally, he has not developed, and he
Yeah.
has physically, but mentally he hasn't. And Marlene, it is something not quite right with her, and I can't really put my finger on it, but I have met women who will uphold their children in all their wrongness. And
Very.
this is what she's doing. She's upholding him in all his wrongdoing. Now, for Stormy and Betty, the issue Betty has with um, Male is something that she made up in her head.
Mhm.
Something someone else told her. She didn't step to Mel and ask her in a nice way, did you say this or whatever. She just assumed that Mel said this. Okay, now Stormy is upset that this woman that got 4 children and about 10 jobs, she got a psycho ex-husband, she got a psycho
Let.
ex-husband baby mama, So
Legend.
this girl got so much on her shoulders right now. She's trying to create generational wealth for her children. She's trying to stay sane. And it's almost from what I had read, um, one comment from somebody, and I can't remember who it was, and this person just broke it down about Stormy. It's like Stormy went all over Alabama and Mississippi till she got on a reality show. So who was D? And she said she would never DM a friend. She DM Mel plenty of times. She done DM Mel before. Her and Mel just didn't, walk in the grocery store and bump up to each other. She was talking to Coleslaw. She was questioning Coleslaw. If it's a lie, Coleslaw said it. She was questioning, and she put herself in a position that Mel, that her and Mel, they cool and stuff, like to meet Mel. And when she met Mel, then she felt she did whatever it was for her necessary to get on that show. As far as Stormy mother, Stormy mom is trying to live through her. There's something and I don't even, sometimes I don't think her mom even like her,
Mm.
because I have a daughter. And if my daughter come and I meet her friends, and if I get a vibe from one of those friends, I'm not, if my daughter said, "Well, mom, why you was acting like that?" Then I'm gonna say, and I would hope I raise my daughter well enough that she will have a discerning spirit for herself to see that this person is not right. And I know plenty of times Mel done seen the red flag with Stormy, and now you get upset because it's been 4 months that we haven't talked. And just like Mel said, you text me, but you assume I just wasn't replying back. But why didn't you call? Then you would have got that recording. This number is no longer in service. Then that's where you go and DM friend, what's going on? And
Exactly.
maybe friend would have given you her number. So
Yeah.
the two mamas, they need to just, I, mental health is a real thing. Mental illness is a real thing. So both of them and their children has mental issues.
Mhm. Great points, Maritha. Yes, it's some challenges from what I see. I also think that people want fame, you know what I mean? And by any means necessary, some people are willing to do that. I get those vibes from Stormy and Betty and Tyra. I saw a comment where you said your mom's name is Betty. I get that from Betty Wright's song. What's the line, guys, when she's saying people want to hear about it, Betty? Y'all know what I'm That's why I say it like that. But let me acknowledge these super chats real quickly. Let me go down, 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 down. Octavia, good evening. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much for joining me. And brown skin girl in the house. Hey, brown skin, how are you, sis? I hope all of you have calmed down. And thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so glad you got your original channel back as well, brown skin. But thank you again. Great points, Maritha. Let me welcome real quickly, and then we're going to get to Renata after Maritha. Hannah Grace, thank you for joining me. Bad Apple, thanks for joining me. And Gloria Strickland, thank you for joining me. To
Hello,
the
ladies.
hello to the
Hi.
6
Hi.
Hello.
7.8
Hi.
watching. Thank you guys for joining me, and please hit the like button. Renata, what are your thoughts on the mamas and they cheering?
Well, first, let me just say this real quick. I'm very clear now, for real. I'm really clear, chit chat, on what my assignment is, and I
Mm-hmm.
know why God sent me over there, over to you on this channel for a purpose. I know I'm to cover you in prayer. I know that.
Oh, wow.
I'm clear on it now. I'm for real clear on it now.
Oh, we good. We good. But I thank you. I thank you. Yeah.
Cause yeah, just you know what I'm saying. But just to go with that now, Melody cousin Jamila reminds me of one of my cousins. The one cousin that be ready to pop, but you got to tell him to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though we don't know her, but she seems to be. Because every time it gets real thick and people start saying this and this, she got to come out with her little message on Facebook to let it know, no, that ain't what's happening. And so she reminds me of what cousin that I got, like, you got to be like, no, just don't let it go. It's all right. It's all right. But she had to set that straight. The problem I think a lot of us, I have is the communication part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's some guilt there with Stormy. Because why would the first thing be to you, oh, she must be mad at me about something? Did you ever think to try to find out? You ask a person, you just don't assume. You ask to find out, like, did I do something? See, Mel peeped the game. You done said on a couple of occasions, Mel is not your friend. She is your associate.
Thank you.
What do you want from this lady?
Mm-hmm.
You said that on a reunion stage when Carlos clearly asked you. No, that's mine. My son. Your steak is in there. He clearly asked, "What is you and Mel's friendship?" Well, we'll be. I don't have that time in. Now, notice these are her words. I don't have that kind of time in like she has with maybe with the rest of them. But we're building and stuff like that. So if that's the case, why do you have a problem with you not talking to her for 4 months? I'm confused. Her own family members say she does this every time they wrap up. They don't even talk to her like that.
Mm-hmm.
Her cousin said when she was on her way to her house, she called her and the number changed. She said, I just went to Messenger and DM'd her. And she gave me the number right away. She said it's no big deal.
Yeah.
You're right though, Chit Chat. I'm convinced what the rest of you ladies are saying. This is just what do y'all say? It's a setup, it's a ploy, it's a game.
It's a storyline.
It's a storyline, yes, I'm sorry.
Because you know what, Renata, not only did Mel's family say that, the cast knows that, production crew knows that, Stormy knew that. This has been out here. Mel has said it herself. Could you imagine needing to be in the presence of someone that is your ex?
Yeah.
And going through what you're going through with him off screen, and you filming with him, that alone is enough for her to take some time away. Mm-hmm. Then you got the other cast members that she's going through the same things with, as far as them not caring for her for Martell's reason. And my who wouldn't want to shut that down? I'm not saying a man is not together, but who wouldn't want to shut that down, get their man right, get back in their mental, and then we can talk. So it's BS.
But I always, in any relationship you have, boyfriend, marriage, friendship, there has to be communication, because some people require things more than others. So if you're the type of person that, listen, I'm this kind of friend, or my love language is this, or whatever the case may be, you're supposed to get to know people. My thing is, I really feel in my heart, Stormy trying to keep tabs on Mel because she's trying to see what Mel is doing. That's what I feel like she's trying to do. She's trying to figure out how Mel getting her money. Is Mel going to wind up being worth more than her and all of that? I don't think she really cares too much for Mel. That's just my opinion. I think she just want to keep tabs. And I think they think Mel is slow in some way. Mel done peeped the game about you and Ariane. She knows more to it than what you trying to say that the girl was just sitting outside your warehouse. Like, really just stop. Because how did y'all develop such a disdain for a woman that you never even met before the show was? It can't be just because somebody called your daughter ghetto. I know that cannot be the first time somebody has called your daughter ghetto or you heard ghetto. That cannot be the first time.
Thousands of people have said the same thing on social media. So it's
even in her real life, I'm pretty sure when she lived in Mississippi or something like that, somebody didn't like her and said, "Oh, that girl ghetto." You mad at that? That really turns you off to really just hate a person and start calling her garden tools and talk and liking comments about her children's hair. I'm trying to make sense of this because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And Mel is saying, I don't have a problem with you, but she don't. But Mel, like, listen, I'm trying to live my life, build generational wealth for my children. I don't have time I don't see nobody in there pouring into her. Do y'all see what this man is doing to her? And y'all don't have no care and consideration for her, what she may be emotionally dealing with? I don't understand. They too needy for me.
Yeah.
They got husbands. They got, why y'all so needy?
Yeah. Great points. I think we all are on one accord when it comes to that,
Yeah.
Renata.
Yeah,
It's
ma'am.
very, very obvious. Very
Yeah.
obvious.
Yeah.
Somebody's mama, you are next. After somebody's mama, we'll have Glam Rocks. Go ahead, somebody's mama. What's your thoughts on the cheering of the parents? Petty Betty and Marlene.
Petty Betty should have got hit in the mouth when she called that girl a hoe.
Ooh, some,
Like, and so for them to say, well, I don't like the way I don't like the way you conduct yourself. I don't like the way you move. You called a woman a 304 on Facebook, and she hadn't done anything to you. Like, you just don't go around calling people names and saying that they're the biggest, this, that, and the other. You don't know these people, and apparently she don't know people either. Like, she went from you're accusing my daughter of something to calling people out of their name. Betty is out of pocket, and she should have never darkened Mel's door. She should have never even bothered to come to the tea party. She should have just stayed herself tail home.
I agree. It,
Like,
it definitely seems personal, doesn't it?
it's to think. I'm just thinking, why would you went all the way there, and like she she, she needs to get off Facebook. She needs to get off social media and take a time out. My mama's about that age, and we go through that. I'm like, Mama, you might need to get off Facebook for a while. Like, somebody should have intervened. And as far as Martell and his mama, she is out of it almost all the time. I personally think that she probably drinks a lot, so she goes on with whatever he says, and she probably don't even really think about what she's saying.
Hmm. Yeah, allegedly.
I'm
We
sorry, allegedly,
yeah, we think she hit that Inez up real hard.
in my opinion.
You know what I also think? I think that Marlene and Martell basically grew up with each other. Yes, that's his mom, but she was a young mom. So to me, she seems a little immature. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, somebody's mama. I don't know what's going on with Betty. It seems very personal. Somebody in the comments put that their mom, or no, she put that she told her daughter something like she don't feel right about the friend. Same thing that, okay, here we go. Lil Paulette put, I have told my daughters when I feel bad energy, but I don't attack the friend. I recently overheard my daughters telling one of her friends, that I haven't been wrong yet. Right. And I think that's the mom in everyone. My mom
Hmm.
used to warn me about friends. Stay away from them little hot tail girls. And I was one of them hot tail girls myself. So, but I think that's all a part of being a mom. But with um Daddy, again, it seems personal. And for Stormy to say that out of her mouth so freely, that her mom did the same thing with friends before, to me, you've held on to that and you feel some type of way, but it's your mom and you're gonna respect her, and you know what I'm saying? But yeah, she needs some business. And
Well, not only that, she was fussing about not being able to get Mel on the phone. And I'm like, were you not at the reunion? I didn't go to the reunion, and I wouldn't have talked to none of those people when I got a chance to get away from them. They filmed quite a bit, so why would you even bother her about and contact her? Like,
yeah, I agree. And if you felt that way and you're saying it now on the show, what did you say to Destiny when you guys were hanging out? What conversations did y'all have? Because I'm sure it was a hate fest, you know.
mhm.
Destiny said the same thing. It's like, get some business. But great, great point. Somebody's mama. Glam Rocks, you are next. What's your thoughts on it?
My thoughts on this is Betty. I mean, that lady, if there is a word for resting bee face, Her
Mm-hmm.
mama face always looked like that. But
Mm-hmm.
anywho, let me digress. I think Betty blew her daughter's cover too early because she befriended Melody just to get on the show. I ain't gonna lie now. Melody looks, she was a little too friendly because everybody that she has heard their vision, like she said, she's maybe an empath. She heard your vision. You want to be on TV. She gonna help you get on TV. That's Mel, right? But I hope she's learned her lesson. But I do think that she befriended Melody in the DMs, started talking to Melody, tried to get on the show, and Betty came out talking about her daughter and blew her daughter's cover. It's all jealousy. She wants her daughter to have the fame, the legacy, and everything that Melody has. For her, her daughter has a thriving business. Her daughter is a millionaire. Her daughter should be in Mel's place. And her daughter was gonna play Stormy was gonna play this off as long as she could ride Melody coattail. But during the probably the weekends or whatever, she started hanging with the ops.
Mm-hmm.
So now she was gonna try to use Melody as much as she can, but Melody is covered by God. So anytime a snake comes into camp, God was gonna reveal it anyway. So now, because she been hanging with the Scots, talking to Destiny, she all of a sudden have this hate for Mel. Why did you go buy Destiny a purse? Like, why? Destiny almost cut off your head with that chair.
Sure did.
So why would you go buy her a purse? Because you trying to buy her friendship. You're trying to get close to Destiny so Destiny could tell you some tea and some mess on Mel. So she went to the other side of the ops and she was trying to hang on Melody coattail, but her mama blew her spot. And honestly, I think this is her last season. And her mama.
You think so?
Yeah, because the way she's on her lives, like any attention is better than
Yep.
none.
Yep, that's true.
You know, Carlos may like drama, but Carlos know where his money maker is, and that's Mel, baby. And if Mel feel threatened in any kind of way, or she's bringing drama that's going to cause Mel anything, Carlos will let her go. What does she bring to the show?
Good point. Good point.
That's all I. Oh, let me just say this about Miss Marlene. Because I have worked in a rehab center with addicts, she's definitely
Allegedly. Go ahead.
allegedly.
Mhm.
You could tell by her voice. I could tell she has some cirrhosis on her lip by the way she talked. I'm not saying that she's currently on the bottle. I'm saying she's has been because you could tell from her voice. And I agree with was it Pretty Pink Diva? I think it was. Marlene don't know what's going on. She just listening to what her son said, but still, she didn't put context clues together. Martell said, "Mama, I filed first," and she still. It's like it went all over her head. She ain't there. That's all I had to say.
She brushed that off. I agree. Well, he did say it real quick and low, but she did brush that off. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just hope the Inez is out the basement. You know what I mean? Allegedly.
Not the basement.
In the basement of the house or the attic one. Go ahead, Lil Dawn. You are next. What are your thoughts on the conversation about
Well, first of all, allegedly, wet brain,
Uh-oh.
Mama Marlene. She reminds me of one of those mothers that even though she know her child is wrong, she's going to pacify him because she knows how fragile he is. You know what I mean? Because she know what she created. She know the mess he grew up in. When he said he was going to therapy, her response as a mother, what for? Ain't nothing wrong with you.
Yeah.
Are you serious, lady? Like, you know something's wrong with her. And then in the next instant, yeah, y'all made a great couple, man. Y'all were so good together. How would you know if Melanie is saying bad things about the father to the kids? Where did that come from? Her saying the father's an animal. How do you know Mel said that to the kids?
Yeah.
Like, she listens to anything Martell says. And I think she parents out of guilt. I
Mm,
think she was one of those women that was like a dippy blonde, kind of like just let men, like real gullible. I think she was gullible. And he's going to continue to stay sick as long as the people around him continue to make excuses.
and-
He filed first.
yeah,
That's as simple as that. You don't get to start the war and not finish it.
that's right. Don't start none, won't be none.
And Stormy and her mom, I feel like it's just old fashioned jealousy,
Mm,
because at our age, if we allow somebody to come and tell us somebody said this, and we take that for face value, we take that as word is bond, and um develop and plant that seed of hate for a person, not knowing if that was true or not. It is just a lame excuse. I
yeah.
don't like you because you called my daughter ghetto. That's lame. That's like, are you kidding me? And I think Stormy, I agree with the other lady said about her mother pulling her coat easy. I think she sided with the other people because she thought it was more in numbers. She didn't realize that Mel's more powerful alone. She don't need the numbers. You know what I mean? Mel is blessed and highly favored. So I think she went on the wrong side. And after the reunion, you were on Instagram with pictures at Sheree's house. You was on pictures with Marceau and Martel and all them in parking lots doing dances and stuff. Why would Melody call you? Why would she reach out to you when you already showing her without words what side you picked? So I just feel like she's phony. She's not gonna last. Carlos said in that interview, I didn't know you was gonna walk away. We will really have to make some changes before that happens. And I think
Said that.
um and I think that if her mother keeps pushing the issue and acting like a fool, just like Wanda, she's gonna be out there helping Wanda with the food truck. Okay. And I think Stormy is a media whore. Excuse my language. I
And yet,
think she is grasping for straws, and she thinks the Mel thing is going to work because it bought them a couple of seasons. Well,
yeah.
Mel has grown. Mel is in a more healthier place. She is a stronger person. She ain't going to allow it to go on that far. That's why she had that tea party to hit the nail on the head.
Mm,
I think she better be careful of Kimmy, though. I'm hoping Kimmy seen the light or is finally standing in her truth. Like, y'all may have a problem with her, but I really don't see a problem with Mel. I really hope she is really gonna be a friend to Mel on the show. You know what I mean? But I don't trust her. I don't trust her yet. I don't know.
got you. Excellent, excellent points. Carlos did say that to Mel, she is love and mirrors Huntsville. I
Hmm.
just think Stormy is a day late and a dollar short. Been there, done that. The whole cast did it, and just give us something new. Since you
Hmm.
do, since you love the show, since you want to hashtag and say you're trending and all of that, trend about something about you, not about me. But great, great points, Ladon. Hannah Grace.
Hello, chit chat and everyone. I hope everyone is in.
Hannah, I've been looking
Hey.
Hello.
for you. I've been looking for you.
Hey.
Hey,
Hey,
Hannah.
Hannah.
Yes,
The
I'm.
couple stuff that I've made around YouTube, I've been thinking, where is Hannah? So I'm happy to see you.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Hannah.
We did have a tragedy in the family, but thank y'all for praying and and just keeping us up. But
Amen.
it's been rough, but we're gonna make it, push it through.
Yes, you are.
Prayers, prayers to you. I'm so sorry, Hannah.
Thank you so much. But I do
So
look forward to getting back on, chit chatting with y'all and just drawing from the positivity.
yes, Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to get negative with Marlene though.
Uh-oh. I'm about to let loose.
Santa, we miss you.
Let loose.
Okay. Now y'all remember when the scene when Marlene said when Martell went over her house and she said that Melody would be just moping around talking about Martell, and he would, and she, what did she say? You gonna kill my son or my baby or whatever she said.
Uh-huh.
Melody did not know that Miss Marlene was feeling like that until she saw the show. And I'm sure she had to be shocked because when I saw the scene, I was totally shocked after this lady got on there and said, she gonna always be my daughter. I love her. She gonna always be my daughter. And then she turned and say that negativity about Melody. And at that time, I know a lot of people said that they figured out early on that Martell was not the, you know, the brains behind the whole thing, like Coleslaw thought behind, Holt and Holt. Then it came out that Melody was really the brains behind the building, behind her their businesses. And but Marlene, I don't know. I know she got to know now. When Martell said he did not have a penny, I believe him. He was broke. And it was all because he couldn't bounce back and Mel did. And that's why Marlene is mad, because she think that Melody took something from Martell and left him, and didn't leave him anything, didn't split the businesses or whatever, because he wanted half of Embrace. So they're mad at Melody because she was able to move on. And for some reason, she would not admit that her son, and I can call him a whole lot of things, but we do, like Chit Chat say, we have hope for everybody. There's, grace and all of that. But Martell has done so much that right now it's in a neutral state for me. I cannot go positive or too negative with him. I'm just gonna stay neutral with him right now at this point, because right now he's not saying anything. But before, I could not. And I know I heard Pretty Brown Eyes, I think, say that she disliked him more than anybody. I don't know. It's a whole lot of people that dislike Martell, but we're not talking about him. But Marlene, she's mad because Melody walked away and was able to continue. And she's also mad because people would not buy that Inez wine. And they had such high hopes for that wine. Oh, it's named after my mom, and it's named after my grandmama, and then ain't nobody buying it because he could not figure out the business model of how to sell it. And ain't nobody trying to pay no $50 for no shipping. You got into the wrong thing. And then you say you don't even drink, and you're going to try to get a wine that we know that most people know was Sutter Homes or something like that, allegedly. And so they mad because, that didn't, because she went on and he seems to be stuck. And then Melody blocked her, and then she really got mad. And I know that was kind of disrespectful to block her, but Melody had to preserve her peace. And because she had to cut off everybody who was associated with Martell, I understand the reason she did it. But and then with Miss Betty, everybody hit on some great points with her. I think Betty is just bitter as all get out, and her anger is misplaced. And I would want to see her come out and apologize to Melody now that she know that Melody was the one that got her daughter on the show. And if she don't apologize to this woman, which I doubt if she do, it just shows how low of a person she is. And I'm gonna use this word with Stormy, Judas. Judas kissed Jesus, and then he betrayed him. And I saw something on Melody's page the other day about something like that. I can't remember the exact quote, but Stormy did just that, because once she got what she wanted, then now she's acting like Melody was never her friend, never did anything for her, and act like Melody did something wrong to her when I didn't see that. I mean, if she did something, tell us. Like I say, tell us what it is. Same thing I asked Miss Wanda and Lakeisha and all of them. Tell us what this girl did. Then maybe we might change our mind, and then we may understand what is it that you're mad at this girl about. So that's Marlene, Stormy, and Betty, and that's all we talking about right now, right?
Yeah, that's it for now. But and I don't think that the majority are gonna change your mind. And I get exactly what you're saying, just get a different perspective. But I think that whatever Mel has done hasn't been worse than what they've done, and that's what I don't like, because it's like hypocrisy, if you ask me. They all may have said some things about each other, but they want to hold her to this strict line. You know what I'm saying? And it's just not right. And I think that that's why she has the support that she has offline, because we can see that. Somebody, especially the women, should be able to have some type of compassion as far as what she has had to deal with when it comes to just her marriage and that ending and how it ended, and the little chihuahua, and you know what I mean, all of that. You would think one of the women would say, you know what, if she did go off on me, let me look at what she was going through at the time. It's just no reason with them. They all want to hate her. But great point. Before you go, Bad Apple, let me read ADR's comment, talking about Petty Betty. Her mama was a teacher, probably kind of teacher, locks the doors, even if the student's outside seconds late. No extra credit, no grade on curve, destructive criticism, just hard-nosed, mean teacher. And you know what? Somebody tagged her, one of her previous students tagged her on a post on Facebook, and that's on the lines of what they said. They said Miss Betty still don't take no BS, I see, or something. So you may be onto something, ADR. She just gives me evil vibes. Stormy gives me evil vibes too, but she tries to paint over hers. But her mama, I just see it. But yeah, I agree, ADR. And next up, thank you again, Hannah. We're gonna come back around with other topics. Bad Apple, what are your thoughts on the mothers of Martell and Stormy?
Hey, chit chat and panel. How y'all doing this evening?
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
First, I just want to say what's up to my internet stalker, Luvinia Campbell. Luvinia Campbell.
Whoa. Who am I talking to? Bad Apple?
Yes.
We're not doing that.
Okay. Well, she's doing it. I just want to.
We talking about love and marriage, Huntsville, okay? I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off, but go ahead.
Okay, so the Kruger family is just really running a big game. Like Stormy, like I believe that Stormy, she is definitely, she has a fake storyline going on right now just to get attention. And my thing is, if y'all really think about it, the divide between Stormy, if really is a divide, I believe Melody started pulling away from Stormy after she was outed by Coleslaw. And I don't think she told Melody, like she did tell Melody that she knew of Coleslaw, but she didn't tell Melody the truth. And when people went and pulled the receipts and found Coleslaw's picture on her site, they figured out that she used to do Coleslaw's hair.
Mm-hmm.
And if you really think about it, that's when Melody started pulling back from Stormy Kruger. And then not long after that is when Betty Kruger started coming out and making those statements online about Mel.
Yep.
Well, a little bit before that, that's when we saw Stormy start hanging out with all of Mel's ops. So I believe that this all started because Coleslaw came out and really kind of shut Stormy down when Stormy was trying to say, oh, I don't really know this girl. I have nothing to do with this girl. We just have her and my husband have a best friend in common. And
Right.
Coastline came out and said, nah, we know each other. You know it. And if you keep talking, I'm going to spill everything. But people basically figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really the reason why Mel pushed Stormy back into the kind of associates field and stop really calling her and speaking to her a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And Stormy, I think Stormy figured that out. And she kind of decided, well, if Mel is not gonna be if she's gonna be distant with me, I'm gonna go ahead and be close with these other people.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that my thing is, why is Betty even on the show? For me, Betty has no place on the show. She shouldn't have been allowed. And I feel like Mel wasn't expecting her at the tea. But Mel doesn't run from anything. So when Betty showed up at the tea, she went ahead with the confrontation or whatever. No, confronting her about, well, not really confronting her, but
Okay, so
addressing.
you don't think that Mel had any idea that Betty would be coming with Stormy?
I don't think so. I really don't, because I know she would. I wouldn't think she would be invited.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I wouldn't think that. And as far as Marlene goes, I really feel like Marlene is just ignorant. I don't think she's really trying to placate her son. She's just ignorant. She doesn't know the value of counseling, therapy, and things of that nature. She doesn't really know the value of proper communication, like, how she was talking about on that boat, where she would tell Martell to not express his emotions, to stop crying and whining about stuff, get over it. So she's just really, just kind of backward and ignorant to things. And that's her problem. I feel like she was a child raising a child.
Yeah.
And she still is in that mentality.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I said the same thing, Bad Apple. I definitely feel that she's, similar is kind of scary. Similar to Coleslaw. Coleslaw has a childlike mentality as well. I would put Coleslaw in the 15 to 19 range, and I'll put Marlene in maybe the 21 to 23. That's why I think that she coddles him so much, because they did grow up together. She probably feels guilty. Allegedly, her mom played a big role in raising Martell as well. And yeah, it's a mess. Before I have a question for you, Bad Apple, but give me 1 second. Maddie, thank you so much for the super chat. You put Love and Marriage Huntsville literally displays the worst in Black men and Black mothers. It does. And something that's to come that we all were so shocked to hear come out of a Black man's mouth was Marceau saying Tiffany needed to be smacked. Unbelievable. And I'm just confused how that made the cut to be shown on the show. But great point. Thank you again for the super chat. To the 1,014 people watching, thank you guys so much. Please hit the like button. Bad Apple, I wanted to piggyback with you off of the Stormy and Coleslaw friendship, in quotations. I do believe that it was more than what Stormy said. And why do you think that they all, because we know that Coleslaw got some stuff on Martell, period. But it seems like she has it on several of them, because when she called Tisha out, nothing from Tisha. When she called Stormy out, nothing from Stormy. What do you think, Bad Apple? Why do you think that no one will combat her when it comes to confronting her on the internet like she does them?
Because she knows too much. That's why they don't want her on the show. She knows too much, because Martell pillow talks about everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody. And not only that, but he exposed all of them to her. Well, particularly the men. When they would go on those boys' trips to Atlanta, she was there.
Oh yeah.
She was there. So she has witnessed some of their shenanigans. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And she knows, like, when she was getting her hair done by Stormy, Stormy was picking her brain about Mel
Mm.
because she was trying to find out information so she could get on the show. And then she eventually connected with Mel and got on the show.
Mm-hmm. Great answer. Thank you for answering me. I can see all of that. Speaking of the boys, I kind of think that that house that Black Titanic discussed on her channel, again, if you guys didn't see it, make sure to go to Black Titanic's channel. From what I saw on the video, the house that Mark sold, all these M's, Marceau once owned, that he allegedly lost from not paying his taxes, is blocks away from A&M University. And the lady that Black Titanic was talking to, the neighbor, said that the only people that she saw there were all guys. I think that could have been one of their little spots too.
Chit
Everybody,
chat. It used to be a frat house.
right? A frat house where you know what goes on in frat
Yes,
house.
we do. Yes, we do.
So everybody was focusing on credit one and all of that too. But I think that that house probably played a role in them with the women because he owned it after he graduated, right, Renata?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
So that's grown man stuff outside of the frat boys while in school. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he
So,
lost it way before the show even came on.
right, right. Yeah, that was a good video. I laughed my butt off.
Black Titanic is a mess.
Black Titanic like to come and be dropping and stuff. I'll be like, Black Titanic, please don't put it in the chat. But when I tell you due diligence, okay.
I know that's right, because she'll get
Yes.
on.
Yes. But real quick, before I come to you, Gloria, Miss J, thank you so much for the super chat. Again, chat, thank you all for watching. Please hit the like button. And Gloria Strickland, go ahead and jump in. What's your thoughts on the mamas of these
Hello, chit chatting everyone. How y'all doing?
Hello.
Hello.
I have to
Hi.
agree with Bad Apple. She was spot on. They are afraid of coleslaw because they know if they push her, she don't care.
Yeah.
She gonna tell everything. As far as Stormy and her mom, allegedly, in my opinion, is not TV material. I hope they paid attention to what Carlos was saying the other day because he was throwing everybody under the bus.
He really was.
In my opinion, he put it out there. So this storyline that Stormy is trying to use, she can't use that now. And also, Stormy got on the show the wrong way. And when you do things the wrong way, it doesn't last. So this is not gonna work for her. She's boring. Her husband don't want to be on TV. Her mom got some issues going on. This
Mm,
is not gonna work for her.
yeah. Yeah.
And as far as poor Miss Marlene, I have two sons of my own, and we try so hard, but at the same time, we have to tell them right from wrong, even in as adults. But she don't know everything that's going on. Martell tell her only what he wants her to know. Martell don't look good to me. He looks sick.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but
Different.
also,
He
huh?
does look different, doesn't he?
He does, and also I think, my opinion, Carlos is sick of Martell as well. Why do y'all think he would put that clip out that could be harmful to this case?
Which clip? You talking about after the alleged incident?
The one,
Oh,
no, the one that just showed the other day about the custody case.
oh, yeah. Who knows? You
Mm,
said Martell would have been smart enough to not even discuss the case on the show, but that's a good point, Gloria.
it seemed like all of them should be. Nobody has come out. I haven't heard anybody say anything about all the flowers that Carlos was giving Mel, which is well deserved. She deserved every flower that he gave her the other day. And in my opinion, I listened to him and I listened to it more than once. He was telling the truth about everything that he said. All those people, past and present, she helped these people get on this TV show. And I'm
Yeah.
going to say it again, I'll be done. when you do things the wrong way, it doesn't work in your favor. So Stormy can cancel this.
Mm. Great point, Gloria. He did give Mel her flowers. I'm gonna say I was a little shocked. Um,
Yeah.
but what got me with it, no, and don't get me wrong, I know Carlos cares for her, but a lot of us give him the side eye because of the things that he's allowed basically under his rule of thumb. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But what shocked me with Carlos was him being shocked at
Mhm.
telling him that there were times that she wanted to leave. And I was like,
Absolutely.
how could you not know that, Carlos?
Mhm.
Before anything, before she is this reality star on your number one show, she's human. How could you not know that everything that we've seen, all these YouTube videos and people talking about on social media, people haven't just been saying these things for nothing. And for him to act shocked, like, oh, you were
But
thinking about leaving? I
but you know what, Chit
don't.
Chat, he was serious when he said that. If you watch his facial expression, he really didn't know.
But that's why I'm confused, Gloria, because how couldn't he know? He's the executive producer that works hand in hand with all of his cast. And again, take that hat off and look at what this lady has went through. A lot of us may go through things in our lives where we need a break, or I'm not going back over there by them or that. And she's pushed on and continued on. How could he not know that this is affecting her in some way? You know, so yeah.
How could any of them not know it? And then another thing, all the females up there, no one never that I saw, in my opinion, went to her and said, Mel, are you okay? She got these 4 babies. She going through all this craziness with this ex-husband. It was like nobody was there for her to say, hey, Mel, is there anything that you need me to do? But I remember whenever Carlos or somebody gave Mel praises, Marceau, Keisha got these degrees. They didn't praise Tisha. They was upset. But for some reason, everybody is quiet. They letting Mel get her flowers. Nobody has complained about nothing that Carlos said, because they knew Carlos wasn't playing the other day. He was not. He was serious about that stuff.
Yeah, especially when he mentioned that people were saying that, well, how do you have Mel on there and she's not married, or
Hmm.
she's no longer married, she's not saying anything about her dating life. And he let it be known Mel does not have to show anything when it comes to that, and she is Love and Marriage Huntsville. So
Hmm.
I think, and this is sad to say because I don't want them to feel that way, because hey, get out here and voice your opinion. I think a lot of the cast are leery about what to say and what not to say now, because the online presence of the fans and everyone else is so large, and they know they're going to get shut down basically. But yeah, Marceau is very quiet this year, because normally he would have been and said something. So nothing at all from him.
But you
Great.
know what? He started listening to and posting a lot more about God. Before he went to court Monday, I think it was Sunday, he made a post. I can't remember what it was, but it was something pertaining spiritual or whatever. So I'm like, what's going on with him? But they all are afraid because they do know, hey, look, we got to get this together, because if Mel leave, there's no more show, period.
Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Yeah, I don't think that they would be able to hold it down, unfortunately. And I even have to give Mark Tell his credit in this aspect. The show was Mel and Martell, period. I don't even think the show would have been renewed for a second season had it not been for both Mel and Martell.
Right.
Different things now. I mean, Martell is still a train wreck. We hate what he's doing to her as far as even going on and continuing on with this custody case. But Carlos said it, and a couple other people said it. Mel and Martell are reality TV gold, and that
Mm-hmm.
is what it is. Um,
Together they are.
Together. Yeah, Martell has been a fail. He's been grasping at straws ever since the divorce. We've witnessed him, and I'm going to say he was successful, if you ask me, in turning the other people on the show against her. Because like Mel just said a couple days ago, the wording of Tisha saying dark soul and you're evil, exact words that Martell said. And so either you're listening to him, because how can you repeat back to me exactly what this man said to me? Um, but yeah, Martell hasn't been able to find his footing, and I don't think that he will, even with Sheree. I got a video coming about Sheree and all of that tomorrow. But yeah, together, I agree, Gloria.
But
Together,
you know what? I'm gonna be done. Dog, I lost my train of thought. Go ahead. Never mind.
I think I lost mine, child. Go ahead. Play ping pong. Somebody else go ahead, Maritha.
Oh, y'all was sounding good. I agree with everything everybody said, concerning Mel, Martell, Stormy Mama, Martell Mama. We could go on. And just like I had said before on several other panels, that for me, what Carlos was saying, he was saying the right thing, but he was saying he was like a day late and a dollar short because
Mhm.
he never I never seen him congratulate Mel on Seventh Avenue when she came out with either one of her songs, Sugar Mama, Grand Deer, or whatever, that her
Ranger.
great, yeah, he never congratulated her on that. So me personally, in my opinion, and allegedly, I just feel like Carlos know what side of the bread his butter is buttered on, because see, he
Yeah.
did already try to ram um, the Scots and Wanda down our throats when he did that special when they went to Bessemer, and
That's
the people in Bessemer thought that Tisha and Marceau was the best thing since chocolate ice cream. He saw that wasn't gonna work, and he know that it is not that people that follow Mel or the millimeters or whatever you want to call them are so stuck on Mel. What it is that this lady has been so transparent that she's allowed us into her life to see just some of the stuff that she has been going through.
mhm.
So with Martell and with these people were never Mel's friend, because in the real world, I don't believe she would even associate with those type of people.
Mm-mm. And I think the blackouts kind of worked.
It did. Yeah.
Yes. I was gonna say that. Thanks for that, Bad Apple. In response to you, Maritha, that Bessemer Hillbillies mess was about to be a thing. The blackout worked, and Wanda messed that up single
Yep.
handedly. Wanda,
Yep.
the fool running through that parking lot trying to fight and all of that. She stopped her own bag because they dedicated 2 full episodes to the Bessemer Hillbillies. So that was setting them up for. I'm sorry, Renata, but that was setting them up for some sort of special or a spinoff or something. So thank you, Wanda. I thank her for that.
Every time y'all
Yep.
say that, y'all got me in tears. Lord
But
Jesus, the best of my hillbilly.
I also think with Stormy and her mom, if Stormy don't put a stop to her mom, she don't have to apologize. She says she don't apologize for anything,
That's
and she have that right not to. She really do have that right not to
Yeah, she
apologize to
do.
Mel and nobody else. But if
okay.
Stormy do not put a stop to her mama, we gonna see her products. She always talk about her products are in stores and stuff. The stores that they are in, we gonna be seeing those same products at Dollar Tree for $1.25. Her bottom line is gonna start suffering.
Because
And
when
this is the business that's paying her. I know she's getting paid on Love and Marriage Huntsville, but as she said 100 million times, I'm a millionaire. I'm rich. You ain't got enough to come for me.
mm,
So, girl, just with that same bridge you crossed over,
gonna have to go
that's
back.
the same bridge you could go back over.
That's
And
true.
So
and
if you go, if you don't put a rein on your mama, cause
Yeah.
see, being on, coming online and on YouTube saying all kind of stuff, these people don't care about your feelings on YouTube. For
Mm-mm.
real, they don't care about your feelings. Cause honey,
They
you could
don't.
be they don't, and you could say, I'm on the edge, y'all be gentle. It'll be that one person don't do nothing but come and just blow and just make you fall off
sure
that
will.
cliff.
And go
Sure
in.
will.
And then you're gonna start talking about you want to do this to yourself and you
Oh
want to do that to
Jesus.
yourself,
Mm.
where some of us was kind of back off from that, but
Mm-hmm.
it's some people that just don't really even care if you here today or gone
Yeah.
30 minutes from now, and that's just the way it is. So you have to be careful. She has to be careful. She walking a thin line, because the things that Mel have been through, that made Mel strong. It didn't make her hard, it made her strong. And
And
see,
easy to walk
everybody,
away.
exactly, and everybody is not gonna, just like everybody don't like Mel. Everybody not gonna, and it's just at this point, everybody don't like you because of your stinking attitude and your mama.
Uh-huh. And she keeps
Right.
saying, Auntie Maritha, she keeps saying, oh, well, they don't like me because they like her. That ain't why we don't care for you.
I dislike her because of her.
Right. But she don't think that. She think we
Mhm.
just don't like her. People don't like her because they like Mel. So they almost saying that we don't know how to, like we say they don't know how to do, like she didn't know how to do. You, if I don't, be neutral. Okay, I ain't got nothing to do with whatever y'all got had going on, teaching them. I'm gonna be right in the middle. I can still like Mel and be a friend of Mel, and I can like y'all. But did y'all see what she said when she came in to that thing, chit chatting panel? She said, "Oh, I
Yes.
ain't with this fake stuff. Ain't nobody talked to nobody since the reunion." So what
Right.
did that tell you about how Tisha and them feel? They ain't really friends with you either, because apparently
Right.
you
She
upset that
looked it so
nobody
out of
contacted
place.
you, huh?
Stormy looked out of place that day when she walked in there. I didn't even see her husband with her. But chit chat, I know what I was gonna
No,
say a
Betty
few
was
minutes
there.
ago. Um, Mel, whenever Stormy Mama said she didn't like the way that Mel moves,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm working on myself, Mel is a prime example of what's in the Bible. You kill a person with kindness. They want
Mm-hmm.
her to come out of character, but she
Yeah,
won't do it.
but she ain't
And
gonna do
that's
that.
what's confusing them. She won't come out of character and get low like they are.
And I
Yeah.
don't think Stormy knew that Mel went to bat for her, because Carlos said, "Is this an exclusive?" He said, "Oh, you know he was being shady. He wanted her to say that and put that out there. You know that." But he being shady because
Yeah.
he was trying to act like, "Oh, is this an exclusive?" But in his mind he was laughing like, "Yeah, throw that shade." But I don't even think she meant it shady. I think she was just trying to put a point out there, like these people keep. It's easy to believe, and I like how she said it. Listening to everybody, it would be easy to believe that I'm the problem. She said, I can't
Hmm.
blame people for thinking that I'm the problem. She said, because if you look at it, looking from the outside in, it would look like it's me. But what
Yeah.
she was trying to say, you have no idea what I've done for these people. You have
Right.
no
And
idea.
I think that, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but
No,
before
go
I,
ahead, chit chat. Mhm.
what I think is, I don't think that Mel has went around and was bragging to people.
Yes.
I got
Mhm.
this,
Right.
I got this person on. So it
Mhm.
probably was a shocker to Carlos that
Oh,
this is an exclusive, because he probably thought that people probably already knew. But Mel, being
okay.
the person that she is and not wanting to make it appear that way, you know what I mean? Braggadocious or whatever you want to call it. She probably didn't even mention to people, look, it's because of me that you're on the show. So
Right.
I think it was a genuine reaction from Carlos,
Yeah.
just because most people would have been thrown that in somebody's face. Look, I'm the reason why you here, but I just don't see her doing it, and that kind of proved it to
And I
me.
Hey,
think that's probably why
And
he
Chip,
was a
that's
little
the point.
confused at why Stormy, he was trying to figure out what is the problem here, because I guess he was like, if I know you got this help get this woman on the show, it's like they have no respect. Even when he noticed what he said about Destiny, he said Destiny went to go pay the consultant fee to sit with him, and he said, because you know Melody, you don't have to pay that.
See, the
hey,
thing is,
Chit Chat,
these
did you ever
people.
hear them saying, I can't remember what show or what episode,
Mm-hmm.
but they said that Stormy had told Ariane Coleslaw um that she was gonna throw a party if she get on the show and invite her to this party. So between Martell and
Allegedly.
Stormy
That was a rumor.
Coleslaw is thinking that she has a chance to get on this show, but
What?
that's not going to work either.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
that was a rumor, and
yeah.
Stormy said that ain't true. Remember, she addressed it on her IG. That don't
But
mean it
Stormy
ain't true.
lies, Renata.
Alleged
No,
is
no,
still
but I'm saying that don't mean it ain't true. But that's what she said. She addressed it and said it ain't true. That's what Stormy said. I'm just going with her words. That don't mean it's true, but that's what she said.
I do think that, Gloria, I do think that there were some type of conversations between Stormy and Coleslaw.
Uh-huh.
Really, really do. And yeah, with them not even responding to her, that proves it.
Because when
The,
you
the
remember
thing is,
Cat was
these people coming on the show to rival and be in competition with Mel, they may not be exhibiting that at the beginning, but that is what is in their mind, that they want to one up this woman. And when you see how they respond when she pays them dust,
Mhm.
after Coleslaw outed Stormy, Mel said nothing. Nothing.
Do you guys
But
remember? Oh, sorry, baby. Go ahead. Continue.
but we saw Stormy react by going and hanging out with all of Mel's ops.
Yeah.
And that's how people
But they look
do.
like they don't like her now.
She was
Yeah,
upset. She
and
came
that's
in that
true.
party.
They
Wasn't
don't
she
like
upset,
her.
y'all? She was upset that they didn't talk to her over the after reunion. She was like, "Oh, I don't do this fake stuff."
But they're all users. They
They
use her
are.
too, just like
They
they
are.
use Destiny.
They are.
They used Destiny against Mel.
They did. They absolutely did. And Destiny couldn't even see it. Let Stormy walk right into her spot.
yes, she did. Destiny fell for the okie
Okie
doke.
doke.
You let
And they
Stormy
used
come
Stormy
right
as
in your
well.
spot. When you should have been talking about yourself and what you got going on, you steady go. You let them use you to, to attack Mel and got yourself right out the daggone jaw. You so dumb.
And Stormy finna happen. Same thing finna happen to Stormy. She's gonna
Yes,
be
it
the
is.
next Destiny.
If she keep going on with
Agreed.
this,
One at a
if she keep
time.
going with this,
Go ahead, Bad Apple.
go ahead, Bad Apple.
No, I was done. I just said it. She's just gonna be the next Destiny.
Oh,
I think what their issue is, they hate the fact that they don't have contact with Melody, because if I can be in your space, I know your next move. And it bothers them that they don't know
I agree with
what
that.
she has going on, when she's moving, where she's moving, how she's moving. If she's cutting off contact with them, they don't know what to expect. So I think more so that is the problem that they all have with her, is because she's on this island seemingly all by herself and she's making moves, but they don't know what she's doing. Sometimes people will connect with you because of what they can draw from you, in order to use it and present it as if it was maybe their idea or something they're doing. But because she has cut off contact and she has those boundaries up, they can't keep up with what she's doing and how she's moving. And that right there will upset anybody, especially if they already have a disdain for you. They like to be in your space so they can keep up with what you're doing. And I
That's
think
y'all
that's
hear,
what their issue is.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear Carlos say there also that not everybody's TV material? I think he was talking about Stormy them too.
I believe that, because she's not.
She's
Because
not.
to be in the, even to be on, we see on YouTube, I'm not going to go there, but we see that on YouTube.
Yeah.
We see that,
Very true.
we see that every everybody is not meant to see everything you think you could do. Don't
Right.
mean you can do it. Don't
Right.
mean it's for you. And see, and Mel felt like, okay, I'm going to the top and I'm going to take my friends with me. God didn't say that.
Yeah.
God told you to go.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't said nothing to them, because see, he speaks to all of us if we sit and listen.
Yeah.
That's what he do. And see, they could quote scriptures. They could write scriptures. They could say scriptures. They could get mad all they see. They not really mad with Mel. They're upset with the light that Mel have. And
Yes.
see, that light that Mel has, it's like it's her aura they can't get close to it. They want to get close to it, but they can't get close to it. They don't understand, well, why she don't want to talk to me no more. Why isn't she talking to me no more? And see, when they really, really got upset was at that reunion when Mel said never. When she said
Mm-hmm.
never, what is it? Marceau got so mad. You never take accountability for nothing. You never. Everybody got so upset. We see how they went to. I don't know if they went to a commercial or they just cut it out or whatever happened with Martell. When Mel said never, Martell was like a Tasmanian devil allegedly, and in my opinion, he was throwing stuff. In my opinion, he's
Mm-hmm.
throwing stuff, knocking the cameras all down. He got Carlos so scared he didn't know what to do. And then when they came back from a commercial, you see Tisha over there holding Marceau so tight he can't breathe. Kimmy in that dress what she had on, she dare not breathe. And he's sitting there crying. Mel crying because she said she crying for herself now because she's saying, how in the H could I deal with this MF this long and did not realize this fool was this foolish? And
Crazy.
Carlos sitting over there like, oh my man, like, oh Martell, I'm just so afraid for you, and this, that, and the other. And Martell looking like, yeah, I did it, and what? Mel had to upset it the whole flow of the whole reunion that night when she said, I don't want to have nothing to do with you people anymore. And how could I be married to a man and have children from a man I don't even like? So
But
that's when everybody got mad. That's when
mm-hmm.
everybody got mad at Mel because it went back. She don't want to come back to the comeback group. She don't want to do this. Mel said never. And then when Mel said I could walk into a room and be just as casual, that eats them up too. Because see, when you at a place where you do not allow anything
Yes.
or anyone to
Yes.
knock you off of your pedestal, and her production is called Tilted Crown, but her crown has never been tilted, and
Mm-hmm.
they don't like that. They don't
But do
like
you
Look,
that.
I
remember
needed
whenever
that.
Carlos went to Huntsville, him and the VP, they went down there to talk to them after the reunion,
Mhm.
and he sat up there the other day with Mel. He said he asked her in front of all of them, Mel, what can I do to get your light back? Because when you walk in a room, the light that you carry. He didn't ask the rest of them. He asked Mel.
Yeah.
Because he
Do
know
you
when
see?
Mel walk, it's gonna be, the messy people, they like to see whatever it is they see in the sky. But they know if Mel walk away from that show, it's a wrap. Turn the lights out, unplug the cameras, it's over.
No
What?
candles either.
What then they
No
gonna have to turn the
cameras,
lights
no
out, right?
lights, no cell phone. Trying no, you know how you could do with the app with the Apple phone. You can. People say, "Well, I did this with my Apple phone." People who got it said, "Nah, I'm good. Mail gone." So what now?
But I'm gonna
Turn
So
tell
up
they
the
you,
all
lights,
they
the
all need to
party
try to get it
over.
together. But it's a day late and a
And a
dollar
dollar
short.
short. Do
well,
you remember whenever they was at the they
Gloria,
had an arts?
Gloria, 1 second. Let me let somebody's mama jump in. She's going
Okay.
to say something. Hold that thought for me. Go ahead, somebody's mama. Somebody's mama.
I was just saying, turn out the lights. The party's over.
It's
Oh,
gone.
yep.
yeah,
It's gone.
yeah.
Agree. Okay, Gloria, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say too that Carlos told Mel. He said he was looking at whatever that was whenever they was at the art thing, and he told her, he said, "Do you remember?" He said, "I was looking at this with my friend from, I think, from Africa somewhere." He said, "But do you remember when you was standing up there and you was just looking out that window?" Now that alone was a scene and a half all by itself. He said that touched me so much. Do y'all
Because
remember
I
that?
think,
I
yes,
remember
I
that
remember
scene.
that because
I,
I think somebody they played that on the 100th episode.
Right.
And what people need to understand that is Mel just has it. She has, and
Mm-hmm.
I know we say a lot of times she has that it factor, but Mel has a passion for what she does and it exudes. And we have to remember Mel was doing this before we got into all these other seasons. As soon as the show premiered, Mel was on her grind. She was doing her mimosas with Melody. she was working and she was actually doing this. And I think that's what the other ladies don't understand is that this wasn't a made for TV type thing for Mel. Mel was doing this before she got in front of the cameras. So it was easy for her to exude that in front of the camera because that's just who she was in her everyday life. She was already booked, busy, and building before it came to the show, which is why she pitched the show because this was something she was already doing. And if you are a person who this isn't something that you were doing, it's hard for you to catch on. We've seen all of them build these overnight made for TV businesses from season to season to season. And none of them ever last. They never prosper because they're going about doing things the wrong way. And instead of swallowing your pride and just going and connecting with Mel and taking a page out of her playbook, humbling yourself and say, you know what, sis, you winning. I appreciate what it is that you're doing. I appreciate how you are exemplifying to other women just how to be a boss, a mom, a wife, how to come from being all of that to having to start from scratch and rebuild all over again. Show me how you did it. But they're too prideful and they're too hateful, envious, and just mean to even just go to her and say those things. And that happens with a lot of us as women.
Yeah.
We are so
Yep, that's
mean
so
and
true.
evil
Yes.
toward each other. We're our own worst enemies.
Yes, we
And we are
are.
better together. We can build more if we come together and network with each other.
Yeah.
And we can touch a magnitude of people. But
Mhm.
we're so envious and have such a crab in the barrel mentality when it comes to, so I don't have a problem with supporting another woman. When I see you doing good, I am going to tell you. I
That's
don't care if
right.
you looking good, your hair looks,
That's
your
right.
makeup is fly, what you have on is fly. I'm one of those people who will get out of my seat and say, "Sis, you wearing that
You
outfit."
better say that.
I am
Yes,
that
yes,
type of
yes.
person. But we don't have, and even if it's a person who wants to start a business, I own two businesses. Even if it's a person who comes to me and wants to start a business doing the same thing I do, you know what? I will give them the blueprint. You know why?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not upset that you're doing the same thing that I can do because you know what? My gift is my gift. Your gift is yours.
That's
We can
right.
have the
Exactly.
same recipe and it'll come out totally
That's
different.
right.
So we
Exactly.
need to learn
Exactly.
as women how to empower and come together as sisters. We get beat up enough by men and other people across the world. As sisters, we should be supposed to be able to stand together and not do all
Mm-hmm.
this bickering and just do what everybody already think we do anyway, which is mean. We bicker, we whine, complain, but we do it to each other. So how can we expect anybody else to respect us?
Mm.
Exactly.
Everything that you just
Exactly.
said,
Can I
Mel,
say
since you
this?
coach Stormy on how to be on the TV, talk about your family, talk about this, talk about love. Stormy went the other way, so you know it is what it is. She gonna get what she deserves.
Yeah, let me respond to Pink Diva. That was a whole word, okay? A whole word. And I couldn't agree with you more. We're already looked at like that. And that's what's so shocking to me when it comes to the other women on the show. Because you can't tell me the show edited out, even when it comes to Kimmy. Kimmy tried to be a little, we talked about this, I think it was in members only. Um, impartial but the family got to her in my opinion. But as women, when you don't see other women standing by what this lady went through on the show or just in everyday life as women, ourselves, we're already portrayed, just like you just said, Pink Diva, as angry and mean and this and that. And it's my hope too that in all areas that women could just stick together, you know what I mean?
Because I have a question.
Go ahead.
Like how Marlene spoke
Yeah.
about um Melody talking about the kid, talking about their dad to the kids. I
Mhm.
wonder how she felt when Martell was recording his children,
Putting them on social.
questioning them about the kids, like, giving them some type of inquisition about what their mom does, like posting things online about their mom that the kids could possibly see. Like, what kind of, I mean, I know I said earlier that she's got an underdeveloped mentality and like a childish mentality. But I'm just wondering, like, how do you square those two things?
Right. He's a mama's boy. He can do no wrong to her, my opinion.
But
Um,
you know what my opinion is, True T?
Second, Maretha, we cut Hannah Grace off. Let
Oh,
me,
I'm sorry, Hannah.
okay.
No,
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 it was before Bad Apple. Hannah, were you going to say something after Pink Diva?
Yes, I would. I wanted to just say
Maretha.
that I think that heard somebody say that I can't remember exactly the words, but basically what the reason they got mad at Melon. I'm going all the way back to when they had that meeting with Martell and Melody when Martell and Melody found out that that loan didn't go through. Right after that, Melody cut off wanting to work with the combat group. She said, we're not going
Mm.
to deal with it. So then I saw that, I think a couple of scenes later or whatever, it may have been in uh, that same episode that she went to see a couple that were I don't know what they did. I guess they were builders, and she tried to get in with them to collaborate with them to finish off some projects.
Right.
And that's when they did built those model homes. I mean it was some homes that they built. I can't remember. And Martell was bragging, talking about they sold above the asking price. Melody was the one, in my opinion, now that I look back on it, who got that deal to go through because they needed some resources, and those the couple that they went to probably was able to. This is what I'm thinking, get that deal passed, pulled through. But see, Maurice and Marceau, they tried to get a loan. Well, they didn't want to get on the loan. They hung Tisha and Kimmy, in my opinion, out to dry on that loan.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. In my opinion, allegedly, and in my opinion, because Melody didn't pulled it up. They said, "Shoot," the man told them they weren't on the loan. It's only 4 people on the loan. That's Martell, Melody, Letitia, and Kimmy, in my opinion, and allegedly. But either way it goes, that's when they all got mad at Melody because she said she didn't want to work with them. And she moved on. She was able to, do the skincare and the builders. So she just moved on, and they were kind of stuck.
So
So then
that's when the breakdown of the friendship started.
I think
Mm.
that's when they really got mad at her. And then, and to top that off, then when Miss Wanda came on the show, then that's when Carlos was trying to get the Scots a deal to do their own show. And I heard recently, allegedly too, that they trying to get there to pitch some shows as well. But they tried to steal that Love and Marriage Huntsville right from up under Martell and Melody. And they were going to, if they could have got that deal, they were going to take it, and they would had no conscience about it. They was like to thieves, in my opinion, and
Yeah,
was trying to get this girl off this show because she was going through at the time,
right.
with the divorce and everything.
I don't think they were trying to get Love and Marriage Huntsville. I think they were trying to get a spinoff. And that's why we saw, and somebody in the comments put the reason why so many people tuned into those episodes, and I agree, is because we all thought that Kiki was going to spill the beans
Yeah.
to Marceau. But the fact remains is they had 2 whole episodes. So I think they were trying to get a spinoff. And
So,
and I
okay.
Yeah, and I heard exactly what you heard recently as well, Hannah, that they are trying to get something off the ground when it comes to filming at Black, something similar to Candy Burris's show. But great points, Hannah. It's a mess, and we've seen our girl just persevere and keep it moving. I'm disappointed in the other ladies because, like I said, I just know if I witnessed a friend, an ex-friend, or whatever going through exactly what she went through, I would be able to put any pettiness aside or any small disagreements aside and be there, as a woman. But that's
I
why Mel handles them exactly the way that she does, in my
I
opinion.
totally agree. And if we just take a look back, just piggybacking off of what Hannah said and just going all the way back to those things, and we're able to see just how good God is. He has a way of protecting us from things that we don't even know that could possibly be our downfall. So for all
Man.
of that stuff and all of those transactions to fail when they were initially trying to get this combat group up and running, and all of these failures just really pulled Mel away from getting caught up in all these lawsuits that they possibly have going on now. And she would have been mixed up and entangled in all that mess. But God just have a way of covering us from things that we don't even see that could possibly be our downfall. So for Mel, it was all a learning experience because she had to go through those things to be able to recognize and see these people for who they really are. And now look at her excelling. It's your blessings come, and it also matters who you are aligning yourself with and who you have connected to you. So I'm so glad that she just have, a discerning spirit, and she's able to actually see these people for who they are, and she sets these healthy boundaries for herself, and she's excelling. And kudos to her.
Yep. Kudos for sure. Great points, Pink Diva. Maritha, you were next.
See, they don't understand when when you hear older people and when you hear people in general that's plugged into the power source, and that power source is God. When they say God works in mysterious ways, and sometimes he do things out in the open to let you see who he is when you done forgot who he is. And if you never knew him, he'll let you see this: I am who I say I am. I am who I am. And that's what it is. They don't understand. And at some point, at some time, I believe male don't even understand and question, why am I being blessed so much like this? Why? But sometimes God has to use someone as that example, and that's what I feel like he has done with Mel. And they don't understand. Like who was it said? Destiny said, "Who loses everything and bounce right back?" Who said Mel lost everything?
That's right.
She lost extra baggage.
Mm,
That's what she lost, extra baggage. And if she did it once, why couldn't she do it again? So that's what Mel did. She cried. She did what she did what any woman would do. She cried. She probably rolled all on the floor and snot coming all out of nose. Lord, why this happening to me? Lord, what I did? I thought you loved me, because this is how I talk to God when I feel like the world is on my shoulders. But when you be still and you wait and you don't move before God move. When he say be still, all he just saying, baby, be still. I got this. And see, that's what they're seeing. What they seeing, somebody just bounce back up. Then she got a skincare out there. Then she's singing about a dirty dog. You was a rock wild or chihuahua. She sang about all that kind of stuff. And then the next thing you know, here she come with Jay Bolin. Jay Bolin stuff. She put it out there 1 minute is up. 1 minute we can't buy it because it's all sold out. So this woman got so much stuff going on. She ain't got time to worry about or think about what. I don't feel sad or bad for those ladies. I'm not disappointed in them at all, because you are who you are and you're doing what you do, and you're going to get what you always got because of
Yeah,
what you're doing. So
yeah,
if you want to be a better person, you ain't got to do it how she do it, but
right.
she said, I'll show you how. I'll show you how to do it. And see, they would want to learn it, but they don't want to learn it from her.
Right.
mm-hmm.
That's the point. They don't want to learn it from her because she's bougie, and
Mhm.
she like pageants, she like galas, and she like all that kind of stuff. I know a lot of y'all can remember when you was little girls, maybe not everybody but some, when your mama signed you up for stuff and you ain't even know nothing about it. All you know, you getting dressed up and you taking dancing class. I don't want it. I didn't want no dancing class. I didn't want no piano lessons. I wanted to be out there with my friends. I didn't want to be going to no cotillion, doing
That's true.
dressing up with them wide dresses and ruffles on the
That's
socks and
true.
them Mary Jane shoes. I didn't want that kind of mess. That's what my mama put me in. But however, when I grew up, I appreciated those things because
Yeah.
it taught me etiquette. It taught me how to be a lady and how to respond to certain things, you know. And but when you're not raised that way, this is what you get. You get, oh, she just thinks she better than everybody. So this is what we're getting. These ladies are teenagers, and trust and believe, not 1 minute do Mel think. Mel like Kimmy, she really do.
She
But
do.
let me tell you, Mel cut chit chat. You got a good cutoff game because you don't start nothing, won't be nothing on my channel. You shut it down real quick. And see, my cutoff game, just like Mel, you say something I don't like, I ain't gonna even block you. I'm gonna delete you. That means you done.
Yeah.
You could call me and say, I was calling you, but you ain't pick up. I said, I do not answer if it don't have a picture. If your face ain't got no picture by your name, I ain't picking up the call
No, that's
because I
right.
don't know who you are. So
Mhm.
and so Mel see Kimmy for who Kimmy is, but trust and believe the first time Kimmy do something that Mel feel like is out of order, is sideways. Her cutoff game, Kimmy could be cut off just like Tisha. Now we're gonna see coming up, Tisha is asking Kimmy to call Mel.
No,
So
Maritha, can I say something before you go on? I think the reason, and keep your thought because I did cut you off, so please keep your thought. I think the reason why Mel and Kimmy can be friends or coexist because Kimmy does have a mature mind. If she
Mhm.
does something to Mel and Mel can go to her and say, and they can have a conversation. The
Yeah.
rest of them don't know how to do that. So that is why Mel and Kimmy could be friends, coexist, whatever you want to call it, because of Kimmy's maturity. The
Yeah.
rest of them don't have that. So that is why that's the problem. Because like if Tisha really felt that this woman was coming at her mad, I mean, if you really felt that, would you could not have called her and say, you know what, Mel, that's really bothering me, and I really feel like you're trying to attack my marriage and this one and it's really hurting me. But she couldn't do that. She just wanted to harbor it, keep throwing it year after season. Her and Kimmy, we probably don't even know the conversations that her and Kimmy, because Kimmy has said that there's been stuff, if Mel do something, I'll call her and tell her I don't like that, and she'll do the same thing, and then we'll be over it. It's not like we don't harbor it, but the rest of them, Maritha, they like to harbor it, and so that's why she knows she can't be on that mature level with them. Now keep your thought. Go ahead, Maritha. I'm sorry.
and and I totally get that because one of the deacons in the church said to me one time, he said, Marissa, you don't let stuff bother you too long, do you? I said, no. I said, I'm going to give a person 72 hours out of my life, 24 hours to cry about it, 24 hours to be mad about it. And then after that, them other 24 hours, I'm mad at myself for allowing someone else to take me outside of myself. So and I get that, when you're done with the person, you're just done with them.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
and this woman said it ain't no coming back. It's too much. Everybody on that show, except for the camera people,
Mm-hmm.
knew Martell was sleeping around with Ariane.
Yeah.
He was taking money out his house to give to this woman. Marceau was helping this man cheat.
Mm-hmm.
This man, and in my opinion, and allegedly, I believe that Coleslaw have had, been in the presence of Tisha, and maybe not Kimmy, but I believe so Tisha. I believe all of them knew about this, what this woman was going through, and they would go and break bread, go on trips with this woman, and knowing what's going on, and looking in her face, and just getting pleasure out of what was going on, but how the tide have turned.
Yeah.
Amen.
I
How the
don't.
tide have turned.
I gotta disagree with you on that one, Maritha. I mean, I do think that Tisha is a snake, but I don't think that she was in her presence like that, hanging out,
Mm-mm.
going to, you know, I don't know, but
But
I
Tisha
do.
never
I
came out the
do.
house. Where's she going? Where's she going to hang out with
right,
Marceau? She don't come
and
out the house.
right, and allegedly, if Marcel was trying to get with this girl's sister and
Uh-huh.
friends and everybody else, the last person he gonna have around her is his wife.
I'm telling you.
I wouldn't be shocked. Let me add Thrifty Girl. Thrifty Girl.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can. I can. Thank you for joining us. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about everybody?
Everybody's
Hey,
good.
Pretty
Hi.
good. You good to
doing
jump?
good.
Wonderful.
And I'm sorry,
Good.
Aretha. I didn't mean to cut you off. Give me 1 second, Thrifty Girl. Were
That's
you
okay.
done, Aretha? I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, it's good to disagree sometimes, but I do think they done had little barbecues together.
You
But
think? Oh,
it's
without her
all.
knowing? Wait a minute, Marita. You mean without Tisha maybe not knowing that that's the girl that Martell was messing with? That could be a possibility. She might have not known it was coleslaw though.
Mm,
That's believable.
I don't
Cause
think
see,
she knew though, because then the question would be on Marcel's head. Well, what you doing hanging out with them? Blah blah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do, But the thing is, everybody, they Tisha and Marceau, you know how husbands and wives talk.
Yeah,
yeah.
And they may have said something about well, Martell, Martell doing this and Martell doing
yeah.
that, but you can't say nothing about it. And then we saw how that worked out when Tisha got upset with Mel when she was telling Mel about the cars and the
You're right. She
outside.
did know. She did know about them beat the matching cars. You might got a point
So
there, Marita.
it's just a crazy situation, but sis is winning. And
She
and
always.
yeah, she's winning. So when you are winning, you do just like Mariah said, you do not step off your chariots
No, you don't.
That's
to
right.
mingle with the peasants.
That's right.
So
Wait a minute. Before
One
chit
second,
chat,
Renata. Go ahead, Renata.
I just want you to elaborate on. Well, I know we talked about Marlene in the conversation, but did y'all see Martell face when he said, "Woo, that lawyer sent me a bill, and that bill was $20,000."
Martell said he was
Girl,
mad.
hollering.
Martell said he was mad about that thing.
Martell said he walked out Martell said for 10 days, $20,000.
He said, "I got
And
upset
then the
with
part
my
what
lawyer."
got me was he said Mel and her lawyer didn't think it over for about what 35, 40 minutes. Martell saw that money, them dollar
Oh,
signs. He said, no,
Mar-
sir.
talk
Martell,
about
Mm-mm.
I was just going for
Martell done wrote a
mediation.
check that his butt can't cash. That's
Uh
for sure. Let me let Thrifty Girl jump in real quickly,
huh.
Renata.
Okay, go
Swing
ahead,
back around.
Yes.
girl.
I wanted to touch on one of the things that you all talked about earlier was I like to call her old messy, Miss Betty.
Mhm.
And she put me in the mind when I see women of a particular age, and like myself and her, I, I I think that they've been like that all their lives. You know how they say you have an old dog. If they're doing this, they're going to become old. A young dog becomes an old dog doing the same thing. And I think that's her case. I think she's always been that way. She keep up mess now. She's probably kept up mess all her life. And when I see her, I just see evil. And especially
Hmm.
when she made that statement, she said, "Now you know I don't say sorry. I don't say." And I said, a person that won't apologize, there has to be some type of evilness at the core.
Exactly. That's so weird.
That's
Hmm.
weird. I mean, you can't say sorry. That means you have not said sorry to your husband. You have not even said sorry to your child. You have not said sorry to your parents. I
Exactly.
mean, you made that was a strong statement. I never say sorry, and you know that. And I
Yes.
was like, I can imagine the people in her life, including Storm, and how they walk on eggshells.
Hmm.
She seems like that type of person. Like you cannot tell her anything, and if you tell her something, she'll probably be mad at you for life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I know
Oh,
people like that. It's like you just cannot tell them anything, and so you just let it be. And I think that is one of those situations. And about the Scots, I was thinking about them, and when someone made the statement, said they're maybe shopping a show allegedly, and I just don't see them getting their own show. I
no,
just
ma'am.
don't,
Me.
because and I'll tell you why. One thing about Melody, she has beauty and she has talent and she has smart. And I just don't think any of them possess that. And that's not me I'm not trying to be ugly in that sense. I'm just stating a fact. And you know, you look at movie stars. Let's look at Pam Grier in her day, Marilyn Monroe, Rock Hudson, Milton Berle. Each one of them are on television for a reason. You know, Marilyn Monroe, Pamela Grier, they're beautiful and talented. Okay, you put those type people on television, Milton Berle, and let me name somebody else, Burl Ives. You know, they may not be the best looking people, but they were talented. Okay, you put those type people on television. The Scotts, they don't have any of that. And I'm not saying that, making a statement like saying they're ugly or anything. I'm saying they don't have that television presence. If
Throw that
they did
shade.
not have, yeah, but you know,
The
I
it
want to make
factor.
sure
They don't-
I'm not saying that they're not good looking. I'm just saying they don't have that. When you want to be on television, you have to have one or the other or both, and they
Yeah,
don't have it. They need male in order to be on television.
Mm,
And I think they have realized that. And that's
mm-hmm.
not to place, you know, I'm a card carrying millimeter, but I'm not trying to say that she is so high above them. I'm just saying it is what it is. She is
right.
a beautiful, talented, smart, intelligent woman,
Yeah,
and she carries it well. But I cannot say the same about any of them. Not enough for them to be on television and hold a show. And
yeah,
I think that the industry probably have informed them of this because if they were TV gold, they would have gotten an offer a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
I
that's true.
mean, they've been on television for how many years? Maybe five?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Has it been that long? So
now.
they've had time. I just don't think they have it.
Right. And not only that, they hang out a lot in Atlanta. Atlanta is the sister city of let's say a Hollywood, you know, where it's a lot
Yes,
of opportunities where even if they were to do the same thing, that's where Mill and Martell pitched Love and Marriage Huntsville to Carlos at in Atlanta. So
exactly.
they could have pitched something by now, but I totally agree with you. They just don't have the it
They
factor.
don't have it. If Melody and Martell, but more so Melody, if she was common, no talent, no beauty, and no smarts,
Be
she
her best.
would not be on television.
Yeah, no, and if she was that, they all would be her best friend right now, loving it.
Exactly.
So I
She
think
has,
there's a lot of resentment. You know, somebody in the chat,
yeah,
and I agree that they didn't feel like she was going to bounce back as quickly. You know, and I do think, and I've said this before, a lot of them felt like that divorce was going to ruin her. And I think a lot of them, including Martell, especially Coleslaw, was looking forward to the day where they would see her down. And they
they were
have
counting on it. They
and yeah,
were counting on it.
and they haven't. So I think it's a lot of resentment set up. You know, some women may see you being able to get out of that situation and build your life up, and here it is. I didn't praise man, and I'm stuck. You know, just stuck.
Ex-
So
They
yeah,
were so blind with rage, and because they all they saw was dollar signs.
right.
That's what they saw, and that's what they see when it comes to Melody. You know, like you said, I don't even like to mention her name. The other mother of Martell's child. You know, she was counting on that money
Oh, for
that
sure.
he had promised her. And the Scotts, they were counting on that money all the way down, all the way back to the 47 acres. As far as Kimmy, to me, as I look at the first episode, she was the to me, she was more mad than any of them, because I think she put up the most, just say collateral to be
Mm,
in to get this
could
for
be.
them. I
Yeah.
think she had more money, she had more collateral, and she was willing to put it all up. And she had this dream of becoming a multimillionaire, just like the rest of them. And when they were not allowed to go on the loan with Melody and Martell without their husband, she was hot. And as I saw it on the first episode, after I rewatched it, I said, Kimmy, she's taking it worse. And she stayed mad a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And so as I look at this now, I don't see her being completely over it. I just think that she has other things going on in her life that takes priority, her health. and
Yeah,
she really doesn't have time to be so angry about it as she was before.
right.
But
And you know,
I think she was more mad than Marceau. She was more mad than Tisha
yeah.
because she put up the most.
Yeah, you know what? And I may this may be an unpopular opinion, but I'm glad to see Mel getting along with somebody on the show.
Yeah.
So what her and Kimmy, I would rather it be Kimmy because like Renata said, she's more mature than the other ladies. And I agree with that. So, it just has to be super difficult for her to continue to film like she filmed last season. Somebody
Yeah.
beep. I'm not sure. Somebody's beeping. Um,
Chit chat. I'm about to drop down. I'm about to go, but can I say this before I go
yeah, go
about
ahead.
Kimmy?
We got about 30 minutes left for all of us, but go ahead.
I don't think it's just Kimmy's maturity. I think that it's because Kimmy is one of the only people, Kimmy and Tiffany are the only two people on the show that are who are not competing with Melody.
Good point.
So if she doesn't talk to Melody for a while, it's no big deal because she's not itching to hear the next thing or get the next move. You know
Good
what I'm
point.
saying?
Good point. Yes.
But everybody else there, including Martell, including all of the Scots, except for Kimmy, they are trying to compete with Mel. That's
Mm,
it. And one last thing, when I learned that the house that the Scots were living in season 1 was the Holtz townhouse, I knew all I needed to know about the Scots. That was
mm,
it.
mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
you guys enjoy the rest of the panel. Good night.
And
Good
Apple,
night.
enjoy
Hey,
you. Thank you
chit
so much
chat.
for joining us. Give me 1 second, Gloria.
Mhm.
Real quickly, 1,063, 68 people watching, 939 likes. If you guys are in the bushes or the chat, please hit the like button for me. And I'm sorry, go ahead, Gloria. Real quick panel, real quick. We got two
Yes. My question for
left.
you were speaking on. Okay, I'm sorry.
Sorry, let me just get his final instructions. We have 28 minutes left for this live tonight. So after Gloria, we're gonna swing it back up to the top and go from Pink Diva Renata on down. Last person that will be speaking tonight will be. Let me add her. Give me 1 second. Pretty girl 96. Is that you?
Yes, it is.
All right, all right. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, Gloria, you go ahead and then we're gonna go top to bottom and we're gonna end. We are 2 hours and 30 minutes in. Go ahead,
I
Gloria.
just wanted you to elaborate a little bit more on the you said Martell had wrote a check. So where do we go from here? I said we, y'all hear me, don't you?
Yeah.
But so do he wait for Mel's lawyer them to get another court date now? It's in Mel's hand. Uh, well, I mean, what's next?
Oh, as far as the status or their current status, I don't know. But what I mean is writing a check that his ass couldn't cash is taking
Literally.
taking yeah, taking literally, taking her to court in the first place. His money is not as long as hers, and he probably thought that he would be able to go in there and smile in the judge's face, just being a man saying, "I want my kids," and it's not like that. So yeah, I meant that literally, Gloria. Where it goes, I think that I don't know.
To trial. Because
Yeah,
when they was
that's
going to
that's
court
what I'm
now, they were
hoping.
going for mediation. They were
Right.
trying to go for mediation, but now that she has applied for full custody too, it's got to go. Now the judge has to hear this case because they try to settle in mediation first, but
Right.
since they can't, and it's going to go to trial now. So now they're gonna have witnesses and all kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Alleged.
think she's gonna call coleslaw in on this one.
Yeah.
Well,
Alleged.
how they going to go to
Alleged.
trial? They don't have public defenders in that sort of court. He's going to have to get a lawyer. This
He
his
got
second
one.
lawyer. No, this after that man gave him 10 days, $20,000 for 10 days. Now he out there trying to make some money, selling some lily dillies, some frozen cups, some popcorn or something. He ain't got no money. You can't take no public defender to court about no case like that.
No.
Marlene just said, ooh, oh. She was like, oh, that's a lot of money. She was like, well, y'all can't figure this out. Y'all can't figure this out.
I think he's in over his head. We shall see. Now we are going on based on what Martell said on the show. So he did say that the trial was shut down. I don't know if you guys heard that part. The judge.
No.
Right. So
I didn't hear that. All I heard him say was he walked out.
go back.
No, he walked out. Yeah.
He walked out of mediation though, but that didn't necessarily mean that since he walked out of that session that a trial was automatically granted. I'm hoping it's a trial, believe me. But the way I looked at it was he walked out because of the request and the money. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Again,
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we're going off of what Mr. Martell has stated. But thank you for that, Gloria. And we're going to...
You're welcome. Thank you for allowing me up.
You are welcome. Thank you. I enjoyed you. See you next time.
Thank you.
We're going to swing up to Pink Diva, after Pink Diva, Renata, and so forth. Go ahead, Pink Diva.
First of all, I'm enjoying the panel. I had a great time listening to everyone's opinions on the panel. And I just wanted to say, first of all, to you, Chit Chat, kudos to you for starting the channel and for everything that you exemplify on your channel. And I look at this as a sisterhood. As I stated, I'm so big on women empowerment and sisterhood and women just coming together, and to be able to just come and share our opinions on a platform such as this, and not only just talking about reality TV, but just being able to hear real life situations that everybody has experienced or is currently experiencing. So I appreciate you for creating this platform and giving us a room to actually come up and share and to just be able to engage with each other, because there are so many women who lack a sister circle, and you're using your platform in a way that it should be used. And I know that God has a purpose for you in that, and I appreciate you for doing that. Now, in regards to the show, I would be highly surprised in regards to the custody battle. I would be highly surprised if Martell goes forward with it, because even if they are fighting and going to trial, even if mediation, he still has to pay an attorney. I would be highly surprised if he continues to push forward and he actually renege and pull out, and custody is possibly granted to male, or even left the way that it currently is. So we'll see about that. But I'm excited about the season 2 that's coming up this current weekend. And I agree with what you said in regards to Mel actually being in a place to where she has someone that she can actually be able to film with, because that gives her more screen time to actually continue to promote the things that she is doing, and to be able to promote her businesses and things like that. And Mel she's different because Mel is operating in purpose. Mel knows her purpose, and she is utilizing this platform to show women, hey, you can bounce back from this, although that's not how it even originated, but this is just something that God allowed her to go through on screen. And she has helped a magnitude of women go through similar situations, if not that, just on the strength of being a woman. She has shown us so much in so many ways. So I'm just so appreciative of her just being open enough to share what she's going through. As for Stormy and Betty, we'll see what they're up to. I'm not fans of either of them, but we'll just see. But I have enjoyed the panel tonight. Everyone on the panel, I have enjoyed everything that everyone has said, and I just really appreciate your platform.
Oh, Pink Diva, thank you so much. I'm over here blushing and tearing up at the same time. That's the purpose, for me at least, that we all can come together, because like you said, it's a lot of people that may not have family nearby, friends nearby, or a sister circle, period. So yeah, I enjoy it as well. Thank you for that. One quick thing, Pink Diva, I just thought about this while you were talking. when you said that Martell may just say forget it. What if he uses that as a cop out? He'll be able to tell the kids years down the line, I had to let your mom have custody because she tried to break me for the money and all of that. I can see him doing that.
I
And that
have no
sounds just
doubt that
like
he would
something he
do
would
that.
say. That
Exactly,
sounds like
Maritha.
something he would say. That is,
That
yeah, that's
Oh,
him. He would say that.
that
he
popped in
would.
my head because guess what? He'll still be able to come out as the victim. I
Yep.
tried to fight for you. Your mom made me spend all my money trying to fight for that.
I totally agree because right now he's looking at her like the audacity of you to try to sue for full custody.
Yep,
Yes.
yep. So he putting those little feelers out there. I can see that happen. We're gonna have to keep our eye out on that. But
We sure do.
thank you so much. Thank you also for being a cutie crew member. We are still meeting tomorrow, depending on how long we on this live tonight. But
Yes.
thank you again. I appreciate you so much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Thank you, dear.
You're welcome. All right, Renata, give me your final thoughts on our discussion tonight.
Well, I don't really have final thoughts. I think I got everything out, but I wanted to say to everybody in the panel in the chat, you guys should already know how I feel about you. Each one of you ladies brings such a joy, such a peace to me. I really enjoy each and every one of you. I honor you. I just adore you guys. I don't have to know you physically, purposely, but I'm a person that try the spirit by the spirit, and I really feel the good energy that comes through here. I am just so blessed to have met you ladies, to
Aw.
have come in contact with you ladies. I learned something new from you, Maritha. You don't know how much wisdom you pour into me on a daily when you
Mm,
come up here. You pour so much wisdom into me. You make me
Oh,
laugh. You make me think. You
yes.
make me you make me forgive myself for some things.
Mm,
You do.
oh wow.
You see that's why I always tell people you just never know when
never
you
know.
live your life in your truth and you speak things and you test the and you say your testimony. You never know how that's why they say you overcome by the words of your testimony. You never know how that'll break or free somebody else from their stuff.
Mm,
And sometimes you hold stuff on yourself, or you feel bad that you had to cut this person off or you had to do this. And even listening to you saying some things, I said, you know what? It's all right. I can forgive myself. It's okay. It's
mm,
okay. It's okay. So I
Hmm.
just want you ladies to know every story that
mm.
you ladies come up here and speak about on yourselves, it just gives me strength. And I just want each and every person to know, just keep shining, being beautiful women. Don't let no one steal your shine, your joy, your peace. And I just wanted everybody to know that I honor you. I
Oh,
truly, truly honor you.
that
Thank
was
Oh
you.
wow. Thank you.
not. Thank
That's
you.
deep.
Yes,
Yes.
That
yes.
was deep.
Wow. Thank you so much for that, Renata. Ooh, you guys got me all choked up. Go ahead, Marie.
Well, I appreciate that, Renata, and it is okay to forgive yourself. You have to in
Mm-hmm.
order to grow. And QT, I want to say this to you. One thing I can say about you, you seem to be that friend, and everybody should have that type of friend
Mm-hmm.
when you not around, and the sister girl circle, and you walked away, and someone now everybody is focusing on you, but you're that person that would stand and say, that's my friend. You're not going to talk about her.
That's
You
right.
shut it down. And I like the way you shut things down. You don't have that mess over here on your channel. You don't allow any of your chatters to be disrespected or the content creators to be disrespected. And I like that. I like when you have people back because everybody don't have your back. And the content that you do bring, I like the way you bring it, and I like the way you set your chat up. And because this is your platform, this is your show, and you can do it the way you want to do it, and you do it the way you want to do it. You be firm but nice. And that was one of the first things I learned when I went to nursing school. You got to be firm, but you also got to be nice in there also. And that's you. And
Oh,
as far as the women on the panel, when I come on, I listen to everybody because we all have different experiences, and we might go through the same thing, but we might experience it in a different way. And I like to hear other people' opinion on things because the world wasn't built on just one person opinion. It took a
mhm.
lot of people to make the world the way it is, the good and the not so good. So I appreciate everything I hear from everybody. And sometimes Hannah could get a little deep, but I still like that because we're not here to all. I don't want everybody to agree with me all the time because then
Right.
that's a problem. If you agree with everything I say all the time, you
Yeah.
got to have. I like to hear different opinions, and I hear that when I come on your chat. So I appreciate that. You keep up what you're doing, and you continue to be who you are.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's it. Just continue to be who you are and continue to do the things that you do. And may God continue to bless you. And
Oh,
that's it.
appreciate you all. You all are ending it in a way, my goodness, that is well needed. Thank you so much, Maritha. I keep telling people I used to call you Meritha, but I knew I love me some Meritha. I love your Florida accent. I love the way you say take it bike and all of that. So it's just amazing. It's a good feeling that we get to learn and know each other, even if we've never seen each other or met each other in person.
Mhm. Yep.
Some things are just genuine. That's why I'm not one to trip when people don't want to come on camera or whatever. It is what it is. So
Yep.
I appreciate you all. Like Pink Diva said, it is definitely a sisterhood for me. So I appreciate it. I really do. And yeah, I just love you guys. When it comes to Hannah, Hannah is going to give us a debate. I love me some Hannah Grace. So Hannah,
Yes, ma'am.
you are next. What are your final thoughts on the discussion? Love me some
Yes, that's Hannah, and it's
Yes.
always good for someone to just bring it like that because you see it different when somebody be the devil's advocate sometimes.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
am I next, chit chat?
You are Hannah.
Okay. I love all of y'all. I tell you,
Oh,
all of the commentary be so good. And if I hear something, I do have to sometimes challenge. And I know sometimes that can be annoying, but I'm always, I don't know, I kind of like Melody say somewhat a critical thinker sometimes. So we
mhm.
all are, but I'm just saying. But yes, dog Maritha, you made me forget what I was, and I did
I'm
write it.
sorry.
Me and Maritha and all of us be following each other around, so we kind of know what we're going to say, and but we all look at it a little, slightly differently, but I think we're all on the same accord when it comes to Melody, and I think because Melody went through so many losses at first, and she rebounded, then we started looking at that, and then we got motivated, in my opinion, became more motivated, and then it was like she gave us the inspiration to motivate each other because we're like, if she can do it, we can do it. And then I think she recently posted on her page, just finalized a big legacy move today.
Oh,
So
wow.
Wow, I didn't see that.
yes, it was probably about 2 hours ago. And so we don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure she'll share it with us soon.
Been
But
talking about something big for quite a while.
and yeah, and she said she just finalized it today. So
Wow.
Mm.
all of those things like that motivate us and gets us to realize and get us to want to be better people when we look at people like Martell. We look at people like Coleslaw. And then when we see what happens, everybody talking about karma and what goes around comes around, what goes up must come down. All those things, what you reap, what you will reap what you sow, and all of those things like that helps us to realize this stuff is really true. When we see things coming back to them so quickly because of what they did, It makes us all want to be better people and to let them know we see you, and then to support what we feel is right and denounce what we feel is not right. And no matter what nobody say, we stand strong on our positions. And that's what I like about it. And then chit chat, you and comment and other bloggers give us the opportunity to come on and say what we feel. And then like who knows, what we say might help somebody, well, usually help someone else. And Maritha, I know you can attest to that, and everybody on here, that whatever I always ask God to, whatever proceeds out of my mouth proceeds first from him. So that's what I want to do, is to say something that's going to help somebody and not to hurt. And sometimes I know we say things that we shouldn't say out of just frustration, anger, or just seeing people doing people wrong for no reason. Then we have to stand up and say something. But I enjoyed tonight, and I will see y'all on the next run. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Hannah.
I always enjoy you, Hannah. And don't get it twisted. Subscribers, especially ones that hit the panel, you guys are content creators as well, whether you look at it or not. So we appreciate you guys as well. All voices should be heard. I appreciate the chat, people that don't want to click the link, but yeah, we're all doing the same thing, giving our opinions, sharing our stories and our thoughts. So much appreciated, Hannah. Thank you so much. All right, and next up we are going to have, let's see, Thrifty Girl, you are next. And then I did add Deborah Turner. Hi, Deborah. Thank you for joining us.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought she was going to talk. Uh, Again, I'm about to drop down as well, but I will say I don't come up often. I'm one of the ones that be in the bushes. And when I'm in the bushes, my motives are good because each time I step into any of the content creators' house, I always push the like button, and so I make sure I do what I need to do, and I listen to the commentary. But I really appreciate you, Chit Chat, because I often come to yours, or you'll either see me down there as Thrifty Girl or the Review Hour. And I really appreciate your channel because you are one of the ones, in my opinion, that have not allowed your channel to be tainted with the confusion and messiness that comes along with YouTube. And I appreciate that because when I do go to channels, I just want to hear the commentary on whatever you're covering. All the other stuff I can do without. And again, like I mentioned earlier, I'm a woman of a particular age, so I really don't have time for the other stuff. So I appreciate you giving us that and allowing us to either just sit back and enjoy it or on occasion step up and, give their opinion on it. I really enjoyed the panel tonight. Everybody was so nice because I'm usually shy when I get up here, but then I'm able to do my little commentary and then step back down. So thank you all for that.
No, and thank you for dropping out the bushes and clicking that link and joining us. Much appreciated. You shared some wonderful things, a lot that we all agree on. And yeah, don't be shy. You guys hit the link. We all are just sitting here talking. You know what I'm saying? But I
Yes,
appreciate the I don't want to say compliments, but maybe compliments. I just want this to be a good experience for us all.
yes,
And in doing so, a lot of times I miss a lot of videos because when you create content, you really don't want to get your thoughts from other platforms as well. So it's a lot that goes into this, but I am so
hmm
grateful for you all that enjoy it. And I plan to keep it up. So thank you so much for that.
And I'm going to drop down and y'all have a good night. And I'll continue to click on your channel every time I get my notification.
All
Good
right.
night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Okay, good night.
Good
Bye
night,
bye.
everybody.
All
Good
right, guys.
night.
We got about 6 more minutes left. We're gonna go to somebody's mama. After somebody's mama, we're gonna welcome Deborah Turner. Deborah will be taking us out. Probably will be the last panel member for the night. But
Oh my goodness.
somebody's mama.
Oh my
What's your
goodness.
thoughts? How you
Cuties.
wanna? What's that?
Thank,
Thank you so much for allowing me on your panel.
Oh,
I
you
just
are.
want to tell you that I really
Can't
appreciate
hear.
y'all. I finally caught a live. I'm a busy mom, and whenever I can catch you, it's a great experience. I love the beats. I love the content that you create, and I just really respect everything that you are doing on here, and I respect how respectful everybody that comes on here. Um, we can have a grown folks conversation. Even
Yes.
if I catch it on the back end, if I have to rewind it or whatever, I just want you to know I really appreciate it. And your voice, girl, you got that tone. You need to be
Oh,
all in the radio or so.
oh. Well, I
So
appreciate that, Deborah. Thank you.
thank y'all so much for having me tonight. And y'all have a great evening. I'm going to go and drop down.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Hope you have a great night. And make sure you come on next week a little earlier so you can give us your thoughts on everything that we're talking about.
Yes, I will do that because I sure got a lot to say about, especially hotels and coleslaw and all that.
Oh, all right. Well, we're going to be waiting for you. Thank you, Deborah.
Okay.
I hope you have a great night.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Thank
You're welcome. Have a good night.
you. Okay.
All right. And somebody's mama, are you still here?
I'm still here. I
All
just
right.
wanted to say thank you guys for being yourself. Chit chat, I really do appreciate whenever you have these lives because I actually get to talk to grown people and I get to hear Maritha and I just really I lost a couple of aunts this past year and a half
I'm
and
sorry.
I really enjoy hearing you guys because it puts me in the mind of them whenever we used to sit around. So I just really appreciate that, and I love to hear what everyone has to say. And I like the fact that you keep everybody in line without keeping everybody in line.
Oh. And I don't be trying to. I hope I don't sound forceful. I
No,
guess,
you know,
but I don't want to be disrespectful or anything like that. But well, thank you. I guess I can take that as a compliment. Just trying to make things run smoothly. That's all. You
oh,
you there, somebody's mama?
yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Just wanted to say, like I said, I really appreciate you guys being around. It helps out because you sometimes I get a little lonely because I am disabled. So most of the time I do stuff with my kids when I'm in the house. So I really do appreciate you guys just being you.
Oh, well, I appreciate you too. I appreciate you for being a part of the Cutie Crew membership. And I am glad that you join me every week. I look forward to it. I look forward to you all. So I know I always say Hannah, but I promise you, I look forward to all of you. So yeah, thank you for that, somebody's mama. That's what we are here for.
Indeed.
Yes. All right. And did I miss anybody else? Gloria Strickland. Did I start off with Gloria?
Yes, you did. I'm good. I'm waiting for Renata to give us our prayer before we all leave.
Yes, yes. Renata, take us. Let me talk to the chat real quick.
Right.
Gonna take it on out. But to the chat, thank you guys so much for holding it down. I get so much enjoyment out of reading you guys' comments. Tennessee Girl was on one tonight. Now Tennessee Girl didn't cuss, but she had them abbreviations strong
All
all up
right.
through the chat.
Getting better, Tennessee girl.
I know she good. She didn't cuss. She didn't spell it out. Let me put it that way. She didn't spell it all the way out. So she good. I cuss. So God forgive me. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna let loose, here and there. But thank you again, chat. And okay, Renata, if you can take us on home.
Okay, ma'am.
Take
Okay.
us home, Renata.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, Father God, in the name of Jesus, we want to thank you once again for this opportunity. We want to thank you for this opportunity of gathering with all our wonderful sisters. And if there was any fellas in the chat, we want to thank you. We want to thank you, Father, for keeping us, Lord. We want to thank you for providing for us. We want to thank you, God, for every blessing, God, that you have bestowed upon our lives. Father, I want you right now to go into somebody's mama. I hope I'm saying her screen name right. I want you to go in her home right now, Father. And I want you to touch her from the crown of her head to the sole of her feet, Father. I want you to send down the balm of Gilead upon her right now in the name of Jesus. Give her peace. She says she lost 2 of her aunts in the last year.
Yes.
Father, I pray that you give her peace in her mind, God. I pray that you wrap your loving arms around her, God. Lord, I pray that you strengthen her where she needs strength, God. I pray that you heal her where she needs healing, Father. Father, I pray, God, that you give her the strength to raise her children, God. I pray that every need that she needs, that you will provide for her in the name of Jesus. Father, I pray now, God, for every member of this chat, every member of the panel. Father, I pray that you will open up the windows of heaven and pour them out blessings, Father. I pray that you will bless their children, Father, that every generation that shall come forth out of them, Father, that they will be blessed, that there will be no lack in their lives, Father. I pray, God, that every need that they need will be met, Father. God, I ask that you open up every door, Father. I pray if they need promotions on the job, Father, that you will put their name on the desk, God, and that they will be granted their promotions, Father. I pray, God, if they need healing in their lives, God, of any kind in marriage, Father, that you would do it for them right now, God. I pray that you bless every relationship that they have, their spouses, God. I pray that you bless their parents, God. If anybody in their any parents need any healing, Father, I pray that you send down your healing upon them now, Father. Lord, we want to thank you because you are wonderful and you are mighty. Thank you, Lord, for every member, God, because I know that you're going to do something so wonderful and so magnificent in their lives, Father, that you will continue to be the shepherd over their lives, God, that you will continue to just make ways out of no ways, God. We just thank you right now, God, that every need, I just feel this thing in my spirit because somebody in here is asking God to do it and he has not manifested it yet, but he came here, he sent me here tonight to tell you it is here and it will be manifested. He said, don't you
Amen.
worry about it. He said, just keep on believing. He said, because it's here. He said, because my time is not your time. So he said, I'm
Amen.
going to release it in my season. He said, just keep having faith and keep on walking, for we walk by faith and not by sight. But we
Mm-hmm.
know that we serve a God that is able to do anything but fail. And
Yeah.
so we
Amen.
thank him. And Father, we just want to thank you for Chit Chat, God. We want to thank you that wherever she was when she sat there and said, I'm going to start this channel, not even knowing that the lives she was going to touch by doing this, we want you to send a double portion of blessings upon her life right now. God, I am asking you to blow her mind greater than what she could ever fathom or think, Father. I am asking you to do it for her. I am asking you to cover her. I am asking you to protect her, put a fence around her from every enemy that try to rise to come up against her. For we bind the hand of the enemy in her life. I bind the hand of the enemy in everyone that is connected to this channel's lives, that the enemy will have no power and no authority in any of your lives. And so we thank you, God, for everything you've done for us, God. We thank you for everything you're doing now and everything you will do for us in the future. We just come to give you honor because all honor and glory is due unto you. And so, Father, we just want to say thank you. We just want to say we bless you. We want to say we love you and we thank you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
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 Amen. Oh my goodness, Renata.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Renata, sis, let me just say,
I'm a little like
God bless you.
I'm a little like
And
yes.
I know, I just want to say, Renata, God bless you, sis,
Yes.
and continue to use your gifts and continue to do what God is leading you to do. You
Yes.
are touching people all around the world just being on this chat, and people are
Mm-hmm.
tuning in from just everywhere.
Yes.
And God is giving you what to say, when to
Mhm.
say it, and how to say it to
Yes, ma'am.
people. And I just pray that God also blesses you and return the favors
Thank
that
you.
you pray unto other people.
Thank you. I
Hmm.
received that.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
I could have said it better myself, Pink Diva. Thank you for relaying it. When I tell you that, honestly, I got a little lightheaded just from being
Listen,
a little overwhelmed. Renata, sis, you know I love you.
I love you
Thank you
too.
so very much. And yes, what Pink Diva said before I start crying over here. What Pink Diva said.
I
Oh,
love all of y'all. Good night. And Hannah, stay strong. And we're praying for
yes,
you and your family as
praying for
well.
you, Hannah.
Yes, Hannah, we're praying for you.
Thank y'all so much.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Good
good
night.
I
night.
love y'all. Good night, everyone.
Somebody's mama praying for you guys as well.
Yes,
Renata,
yes.
again, thank you so much, sis. I'm going to acknowledge the chat on my way out to everybody that was on the panel. Pink Diva, Maritha, Renata, Hannah Gray, somebody's mama, Gloria, Bad Apple, so many people. If I miss your name, I'm so sorry. But to everyone that joined the panel tonight. Thank you guys so much. To the chat, thank you guys again for holding it down. I am going to put on a little goodbye music. SKR, I saw you come in a little late. I was looking for my cutie crew members, so thank you for joining me, SKR. Thank you all. And yeah, I'm going to say some goodbyes. Let me play a little music. I hope everyone has a great, great night. This was great. Unexpected live. I had it planned for yesterday, had to reschedule, and I'm so glad it was tonight. So thank you guys so much.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Have a good
Good
night.
night.
And chat, I am going to say good night to you guys. Tennessee girl, hope you have a good night. Let me go up a little bit. Let's see here. All right, Patricia T was holding it down. Hope you have a good night. Blue Devil Babe, thank you for joining me. That's my first time seeing your name. Hope you have a good night. Wakanda Dreams. Renata K. Hayes, ABJ, Shaquana, Maritha. Hope you have a good night. Thank you for joining me on the panel. B-List, Nene Smith, Wakanda Dreams, Casino Rules, Stephanie, One Blessed Life, Kiki La, Vanessa L, Scoop 42 Day, good night. Miami Gardens now, good night. Ramisha, good night. Candy, good night. KNRB, hope you have a good night. K Hayes, Shamila Gray, PK Joe, thank you for holding it down in the chat. Wow, Sandra. Yeah, she definitely has that it factor for sure. Hope you have a great night, Sandra. Paulette, Lady Leo, B25, May May, Angela Nelson, Stephanie, Eugenia, Sherry G. Hey, Sherry G, I'm just not seeing you. Thank you so much for joining us. And me. To who? Okay, I'm not talking to Siri. Siri's trying to answer me. Thanks for joining me, Sherry G. All right, let's see. Miss AKA. Good night, good night, good night. Shows, Styles, and Spirit. Cusin. The crazy Twitter lady posted a pic of another baby she claims belongs to them. I wish I would have saw that while we were going on, Q Susan. What crazy Twitter lady? All right, guys, I'm getting down to the end. Thank you, D Schoenberger. Please hit the like if you are still looking, listening, all of the above. To the 1,000 plus, thank you guys so much that were in the building tonight. Glam Rocks. Thank you, Glam Rocks, for joining us on the panel. Bad Apple on the panel. To any content creators that were in the chat, thank you so much for joining me. We did have Brown Skin Girl in the house. If you guys are not subscribed to Brown Skin Girl, make sure that you are subscribed to her channel. Sherry G, I believe you are a content creator as well. We had Classy Sassy with the 411. She is a content creator as well. And if I missed anybody else, guys, please let me know. All right, I'm scrolling. Clamp God, good night. Soul Star Music Lover, good night. Paulette Scott, good night. ABK, good night. Lady Leo, Linda Dukes, Ramisha, Anita. I agree. Lady Leo. Thank you again to my sis Renata. If you are still listening, thank you again for taking us out like you have the past couple lives that we've been in. You're touching a lot of people, Renata, and I truly thank you. I always say I love to bless the mess, and that's what Renata does. We get on here, we can talk our mess, but sis is giving us a blessing with those prayers. And Dorothy joined us late on the panel. Thank you again, Dorothy. Deborah, was it Deborah or Dorothy? I don't know, child. All right, guys, I'm sleepy. I'm starting to see doubles. ADR. Thank you, ADR. Juan Davis, thank you to all the Cutie Crew members that were in the building representing. You guys were strong. Cheryl Canada, Cutie Crew, Juan Davis, Wakanda Dreams, Pink Diva, Tawana, Somebody's Mama, Robin, Miss J, SKR, Cutie Crew members represented. All right, guys. Hope you guys have a good night. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.